Oops. All right, well, welcome. I am Lucretia.
I'm Richard.
And thank you for showing up today. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share our channel out. Well, it's really mine, but you know, I love him, so I let him. All right, we've got everything. So this is a drive stream today, and we are headed to. So first of all, let's talk about what is your a different. And mobile data's on. All right, so. All right, there we are. And so. Look. All right, let's start over again because I was all screwed up there for a minute. I think I got it set right. So, welcome. And we are headed to a couple, actually 6 cemeteries today. Our tradition, what the tradition I grew up with was that every Memorial weekend, we would go place flowers on the graves of family and friends. Okay. Families and friends. And it was so, I mean, my entire childhood, there was never, our weekend, Memorial weekend, was not about camping. It was about getting together as a family and going and honoring our history. And when I was a child, I disdained it. I hated it. It was not fun. It was something I did with drudgery. And out of drudgery, I couldn't wait for the day to be over because I knew at the end there would be a picnic of some sort somewhere. So that's what sustained, you know, is that. So as I grew up, and I don't know, you know, when somebody comes in, I won't know because I am really trying to pay attention to driving. And I will be switching the camera around here shortly after I see about what is going on. So there was several. I mean, when I say we go from one side of the Willamette Valley, I mean we start in the west and we end in the east. And in that, along the way, we found on top of a hill, a big hill, was some graves. Were some graves, really pioneer era graves. I don't want to lose William, so I'm going to be careful about when I go. Would you mind just pulling your phone out and paying attention for a little bit? Tell me when anybody comes into chat.
Garbage. You should get that covered up.
Yep.
It is covered.
I have someone following me. We are doing we're what's it called, Richard, when you got another car following you? Caravanning with my nephew and grandchildren. It's grandchildren. Ton of grandchildren in that back of their vehicle. 6 little people under the age of 9 and under, I believe. 3. I know. That's a lot of little tiny people. I'm trying to close. Oh, this. We'll get better lighting. All right, that's a little better. So, yeah, we are. So that's what I grew up with. And my father died a few years back. I think it's 3 years. It might be 4 years. He did it up until we absolutely couldn't get him in a car. Why is the car doing that? Did you feel that kind of chug?
Yeah.
That's never good. It's never good when a car starts chug chug. And this is a 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, that's got to go up. I know there's 3. I can't see who's in here at all. It's not showing that. So as I got older, I started enjoying genealogy. It looks like I see a dog. I started doing genealogy, and it started mattering who these people were, because if these people who came here on wagon trains in 1846 had not done so, we would not be here. It just, the odds that anybody else would have migrated west, is low, because there's more people on the East Coast that stayed on the East Coast, more families. So they came out here in wagon trains, and I feel like it's important to remember them. One day I will be gone, and I wonder, will anybody remember me? And that's okay if they don't. We come on this earth, we enter this earth, and we participate in some manner. And so anyway, yes, I've come to really enjoy it, and it matters. And my father was very worried about, and he vocalized his worry. He wondered who would be, I see following the yellow brick road, surely hello to you. We're heading out, going to be going to 6 cemeteries. 3 of them are Pioneer. And if I lose this, I will restart it once we get back in service, because all of them won't be lost, so to speak. Or all of our area won't be lost, but there might be an area or 2 that happens in. So I apologize. And if you could come back or not, I understand there's a lot of things going on Memorial weekend, and people are camping and people are having fun. No, this is fun to me. And I want the young people in our family to know where they came from. They would not be here if it weren't for these people. So that is my spiel on that. And as soon as I can get this camera turned around, I'm going to do so. I'm going to try to do it. Nope, that's not it. I need to go into settings. And going into settings is kind of hard when you're driving, but I wanted to have this little face-to-face to start with, so I could say hi, and also just to kind of set the scene. So if I could do it quick, I will do it quick. So I can't. I can't do it while I drive. So we'll just have to kind of, whoopsie, I'm going way too fast. I do not want to get a ticket. Oh, that's a great thing. 6 little kids in the back seat, 2 back seats in the vehicle behind me, and I get pulled over for speeding, and their grandpa. So I better bring it down. 70 is a little much. Although here, I don't even know where the policemen are anymore. It's an honest comment. I haven't seen a police officer in a while. We want to turn here, Richard. For your families?
Meadowview goes Franklin.
We're not going to Franklin first.
Well, you went the wrong way then. I thought people wanted to.
Oh, gosh darn it. Here is our first. Oh, Lord. Priscilla and Kelly aren't going to your families today. They're going to meet us at the hilltop. Hi, everybody.
Spinaroo.
Oh, I bet William was excited. So there was that little tay-to-tay. I actually know where I'm going, and I should pay attention to my knowledge of that. Alrighty. Now I've been a navigator before too. All right. And by the way, we were going to Walmart the other day, and for like the 100th time, I took the wrong exit because they changed it. I've lived in Eugene my whole 62 years, except for a couple of years in Salem when I went to school up there. And everything has been a particular way. I've drove to Walmart a particular way. And now they screwed it all up. I think we could go all the way to Junction City. It's, yeah. High pass. So, anyway, it's going to be, I think it's going to be an interesting day. For some people, it will be boring. They will never come or come in and out for a few minutes, and that is fine. I do that all the time sometimes. Today, all I could do was listen to Roy and Becky and Derek and Tanya before them. All I could do is listen. Nomad Hatters, I see Peggy's on there. Thank you, Peggy. I can't, that's all the two I can see. I see there's 5. Were you able to, can you see more people?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Anyway, so as soon as I'm able to switch the camera over, you will really enjoy the drive. So what are you up to this weekend? But yes, I think the Bud Files are in here, and Nomad Hatter and Shirley from Following the Yellow. Please, the Bud Files, and Following the Yellow Brick Road are excellent channels to follow. I really encourage you to go over there and check them out, give them a chance, ring the bell, watch some of their videos because they're fun. Nomad Hatters are my niece and nephew, and they will eventually have a channel. They have some stuff on there that's fun. Go over and check them out. They have done a lot of traveling. I don't think there's any of that on there because they kind of started it after the traveling. But they're fun. They live off grid on many hundreds of acres near Eugene. And during summer and spring, I will go get more content because where they live, they've got horses, they've got cows, they had a pig. How'd she taste, William? She was raised for consumption, but her name was Miss Piggy, and she was cute as crud. All right, we're coming into a little town who loves to give tickets. A little tiny town north of Eugene called
Junction City. And
you know, Junction City it's a good location for a small town because it's completely separated from Eugene by
they wanted to name it Jesus Christ.
Did they?
Yep, because there's so many churches.
Oh, you heard that? You read it?
I know it. It's a fact. But instead, they went with Junction City for JC.
Oh man, I wish I could do this ding thing and get it turned around. Nomad Hatters, I'm pulling over for a minute. I'm going to pull over right here so I can get this turned around. Because I really want you, it's a beautiful drive right now. That's all I'm doing is I'm turning the camera around. All right. I'm just turning my camera around. It'll take a second.
I don't have a license or insurance.
Oh, we can
and you're driving like my fucking sister in Vegas. All right.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, people.
It was my fault. I thought we were going to Franklin first.
Yes, he thought we were going to Franklin.
hey, do you know where we're going?
Yes, we know where we're going. I apologize, people.
All right.
Is that still going?
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Are you,
Okay.
are you still
That'll
recording?
get you some good views though.
Oh God.
Lucky it's not the police
He
back
said he didn't have a license.
So
All right.
follow you.
All right. I will not be making any more mistakes.
Is it on?
It's on and it's correct now. And now I just go back to. I apologize. All right, that's the view we want. Oh, we did lose a couple people, but that's all right.
You didn't take that $50 and put it in there.
All right. We're ready. Okay. I've got to drive a little more responsibly. I wasn't driving that bad, I didn't think. I'm sorry, Billy. All right, so we are now you can kind of see the rural area northwest of Eugene called Junction City. We're heading out of Junction City, and the first stop is going to be at an endowed cemetery. And if you know what an endowed cemetery is, then you know. But if you don't know, an endowed cemetery is a cemetery that is where you go buy a plot or some place, whether it be an urn garden, a mausoleum, or the ground. Oh, and there's an old one. There's an old cemetery. I think that's not Looper, but that's an old one. That's an old family cemetery. So anyway, endowment, so part of what you pay goes into care for that cemetery. And so the one we're going to, the first one is endowed, but it is very much an old cemetery. And as a 19-year-old girl, 18-year-old girl, I worked at this cemetery. No, yes, I worked at this cemetery. Yes. I was a pre-need associate, and we've got, I don't know who that is. I can't really see. I think it's camping therapy. If that's camping therapy, hello, Doreen. I think it is, or Camp Gore One. It's one of the two. I really need. This is a rural road, so we're headed out into the rural northwest area of Eugene, of Lake County. Excuse me. We're out of Eugene. And we're going to the one where my husband's family is at. Camp Hey, Linda. Hi, Linda. Thank you for coming. Oh, you can't see me. All right. It shows 5, but okay. All right, 5. Share us out. Give us a thumbs up, people. I can't see any of that, so I don't know if you are or aren't. And again, if I lose you because of reception, I will restart it when we get back. So if you can't come back, I understand. But we're going to be going to some cool places.
We're going to move to Marcola.
Possibly. So
We will.
Will we? See, one of the reasons I'm doing this is I can't do a lot of walking at some of these cemeteries. I can do no walking, and so it'll give me a chance to chat.
You're losing a shotgun, I know that. But
oh, we're gonna get a good video later today, and I will not be able to. I won't be able to have you on a live because we are going to the top. If you look on a map, look at Coburg. You'll find Coburg, Oregon. Go straight to the east, up on the hill, and we're looking for what's that? Gun range? Not shotgun, but we're going to be going up to the top of the Coburg Hills that will overlooks this entire valley, north and south, east, west. You see it all, every inch of the valley. But That's much later in the day, but it's going to be gorgeous. I see 6 are here. I don't know. Priscilla might have seen us, my little sister. I don't know. Are you in the house, Priscilla? Now, when I was a little girl, I lived out in this area, and then we moved into Eugene. And then Richard and I moved out here for 6 months, and then found it. We were living on a 20-acre ranch that had all these outbuildings. By the way, the ranch looked very scary at dark at night. When we found the ranch to rent it, it was beautiful. It was a summer day. It was beautiful blue skies, and we drove up to this old ranch house. Looked very traditional looking old ranch house. I might have spilled over some water, but the cemetery's right up here. And we found out, well, Richard and Britt got sick. Britt was about 3. And Richard and Britt got sick, and we found out that meth had been cooked in there or on the property, and that more than likely, and it had been in the house. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I talked to Oregon Health Sciences University, and they said to get out as soon as possible. Memorial Day service, 10 a.m. So this is called Rest Lawn Memorial Park. And I worked here selling pre-need arrangements. However, I quit after about a year. I worked with a girl whose husband was buried here. And he had died in a car accident, and she was like 35 and I was 19. And she seemed perfectly fine to me in my 19-year-old mind. You know what I'm saying? She did drink a lot, but I did too at the time. And so nothing seemed abnormal here. And she ended up right here to the right. This is one of the 2 reasons that I quit, is because I sold a plot after anyways, I sold a plot I shouldn't have sold, and I didn't know it. And it was to a couple, or it was to a woman whose husband had died, and they'd been married under a tree just like that. Okay. Thank you. And wow, I thought more people would have done this on Saturday and Sunday. So
Memorial Day service they're having here.
They had it at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well.
Okay. So anyhow, I sold this plot, and then and the woman, because this woman was hysterical beyond I can't even tell you. She'd been married for 30 days and he committed suicide. And so I could not sell it to her. She was hysterical. I shouldn't have sold it to her because it was on an old row, and they weren't sure if somebody had a deed to that, because certain rows were potential areas where someone may have had an old deed, and I had to tell her she couldn't have the plot. I can't even explain the trauma that caused that woman and me. And then right after that, the lady I was telling you about I worked with committed suicide. And I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Luckily, we're going to have a good spot to park in down here, I think. And I just said, no, thank you. I can't do it. Like, well, like right up here? Because William has to park.
Keep going.
Okay. William has to park behind us. All right. We'll get up here. All righty. So we'll turn off that. And then I'll take you outside if you want to hold on a minute. Make sure nobody's trying to drive by me. All right, so bear with me on this process, please. I got to slide you out of a very tight fit. So how are you guys doing? So let me check and make sure who's here. So we've got Following the Yellowbrook Road was at least here. Thank you, Shirley. Husband Richard. A little snappy at me, but we'll talk about that later. I'm in Missouri at Lewis and Clark State Park. I'm feeling your theme on pioneers. I visited the original Pony Express office. Well, that is very cool. Really, that is. Bud Files, again, please go check out Shirley. If you guys don't know each other, Shirley and the Bud Files both have great channels. Nomad Hatter is I gotta close, working on it. And then Camp Gore one also got great stuff. Lynn, there's my baby girl. All right, so I see who's all in here. I'm gonna step out of the car. So yeah, I was not so I'll show you what we've got. We've got an entire carload of flowers. So we have here in Eugene during the spring and summer something called the Saturday market. You know, it's the basic market. It's you have to have made it yourself to sell it. And we always go there the Saturday afternoon before the end. And there's this one man who happens to be the owner of like the most expensive flower shop in town. And you're not going to believe what Richard paid for. Like, he already took a bundle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bundles of flowers from like the most expensive one in town. And then they do the Saturday market for the fun of it. $20 for this. They're just good people. And they know what we're doing. It isn't just a couple, of cemeteries. We are going to a lot. And then here is, I'm going to back up so we have some good light. It's beautiful out here. Oh, and I'll show you some friends of mine. Dukes and Hazard. There's Dukes. I don't know if you can see him. Hi, Dukes. I love you. No. Be good boy. Hazard. Hi, Hazard. I love you, Hazard. Hello, nephew. How's your day?
Yeah, I was following this crazy lady today,
It was a little stressful for a minute.
and she knows I doesn't have a driver's license, and then I don't have insurance.
I did know you didn't have insurance.
And
That's the other vehicle you have insurance on.
yes.
Okay, and
Peggy's car.
Yes.
And she's driving like my sister in Las Vegas.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah. I was just telling Peggy, I said, well, I know where my sister learned how to drive.
That seems rude.
Yeah.
Let's go see if we can find a nice person. Here's a nice person.
There's 6 of them.
There's 6 of them.
6 nice people.
I had to do this. So all these, when I worked here, I had to come out, and it was a rainy Memorial weekend.
You work here?
Yes.
Oh.
Hello, fellas. Here's 6 of the sweetest babies you ever met.
I am the tallest one.
There's a sweet baby girl.
I am the tallest one.
You're the tallest one. Yes. No.
I hope not anymore.
Emmy, he is growing like a weed.
Okay, stop.
And this is Richard's family. So
Okay, want
anyway, we will be heading out to meet. Can you call Priscilla?
I don't have her number.
I'll give you her number and let them know we're leaving, heading out to the Hill Cemetery. No, yes. No, we're going to the Hill Cemetery first.
One that's just the personal one.
Yes, the family one. All right. So the next one we're going to is an actual full-fledged pioneer cemetery. My family is buried at the top of a beautiful hill, and I pray that you get to see it. You guys are so funny. Did you hear me explaining what this day is all about?
No. Yeah.
Originally, this day started to memorialize, to remember, to think about the people who went into the military and lost their lives, or, had just passed, but to remember them, because that's a special thing to do. And that's what Memorial Day was originally for. And then we just, I don't know, somebody decided would also be a good time to think about the rest of your relatives or friends that may have passed on, who made it possible for you to even be alive. All right. Give Dukes and Hazard a kiss for me. All right, we're back in the car. It's beautiful here today, Shirley.
Now, because we got several cemeteries to go to. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like nobody can fly.
Well,
I did.
yeah. Good. So the next one is at the top of a Christmas tree farm. It used to not be a Christmas tree farm, apparently, but these are the people who came here in the 1800s. It's them. Oh, I'm pushing that. I'm thinking, why is the car not starting?
Oh, you pushed the wrong
And I'm pushing the wrong button. So I have a minute to go through here. They're getting the kids all in there. Who is this? Char of Heart. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. And I'm having a really good day. See, yesterday was a horrid day. I won't go into the whole thing by any means because it's not necessary. But yesterday was a horrid day and I was in bed all day. I could not get my pain under control, and I tried and I tried and I tried. It's just the way it is. So I understand sometimes that will happen. And I made a little short, and I'm waiting for this other car to go by, and then I'm going to pull out. I think William is ready. Anyways, I'm feeling a little nauseous. But today I feel good. My pain right now is a 1. A 1 is a good day any day. It's a completely functional day. Although, like I said, I can't walk across certain grass even with my walker. Anything that has holes. Oh, uh-oh. He's going to be so mad at me. Oh, no.
Turn around right down there.
I got to turn around again. Lord God. It's not a good place to turn around. William's going to turn around there. I'm going to pull in behind him.
God damn it, William. Okay.
He knows what I want to do. And let's try to stop the cussing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're clear on.
I'm so sorry, William. I just get turned around sometimes. All these green trees, it's the green trees. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. This is, I know he's in the back. I know he's back there going, saying things. Yeah, not happy. I'm sorry. Okay. Quickly get back in line. Woo! Close one. I guess I'm not the person to travel with. Or people have to have a better sense of humor. That's my suggestion. Doesn't hurt. It's not high pass, right?
No, you
Okay.
keep going.
Right. It is 36. So we're going to be hitting Highway 36 here in just about a minute. And we could actually get to Florence on the
Turning to
coast.
the left.
We're turning left. No, we're not.
Are you going to the Pioneer Cemetery on
Yes.
Oak Hill?
Yes.
It's left.
Okay, Richard. Okay. I'm going to make a bet. I believe I'm right, but if we're near town, we have to go right. Okay. But you could be right. I could be wrong. Okay. So on Highway 36, it's not the best ride if you want to get there quick, but it's a beautiful drive. I mean, it is a snaky drive. We have, it's right, Richard. We're in town. Does that look familiar?
Okay.
That's it. That hill, you're going to see it here in a second, right over there. And this is the town of Cheshire. That might not be it. It may be a little further, but we'll see. We'll know when, we will know when the, the Christmas tree sign comes up. So, straighten it back out. Cheshire, anyways, Highway 36. It's a fun road to drive if you're just driving, but it's not a road for quickness. Not a road for quickness. No, that's not it because there's a big driveway. Oh, I think it's right here. Here we are. It is called, well, Stroda Brothers Farms.
I didn't see it.
And it is private property, but they know us and they leave the gate open for us. What my question is how the heck did they get wagon trains up here? A wagon to bury people on the top of this hill back then, because this little road didn't exist, likely,
They made the horses work for it.
And they do have bear out in this area, cougar.
Wildlife of all sorts.
Yep. This is the one that I really, when we learned about, my father was doing research. So when my father it was probably 25 years ago or so. That's Priscilla and Kelly doing research on family genealogy, and he found out about these people being buried up here, and these are the oldest ancestors.
Don't turn sharp.
Don't turn sharp. That's right. We have water. Okay. I'm nobody's favorite today. I should remember that, Richard. You're right. I should have remembered that. I'm sorry. When we drive out, I will hand hold this and you'll see just the breadth of this place is monstrous. I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of acres it is they own. Clear over on the other side of here as well. And that would be my little sister, Priscilla.
Poison oak. She's pointing at.
She's pointing out Poison Oak. All
It's
right,
all over the place out here.
it is. I'm gonna open the windows so that we can get the heat. Come on. All right, here we go again. Now, this is the gorgeous part. Oh my gosh. This place is just up here. It's so beautiful from here. See, they own 400 acres down below this, across the street.
Flowers too.
Okay. Did you?
We've got the 2 bundles. We've got, there's, I want to keep the carnations for Annette because I know they were her favorite. So, are you able to get up here?
Yeah.
Hi. Hey, kids.
Does somebody want to, after Richard? Oh, we can't.
Hello.
The minimal walking I have to do, I'll be okay. Oh, there's
Hi.
Dukes.
Glad to see
Hi,
you all.
Dukes.
Hi, William.
Hi, baby girl. You'll come with
So,
With me? Okay, so I want to show. Yes, I don't, the flowers are blocking it. If, can you get it? No, we'll just do these and make sure we'll just have those for Annette and, I mean,
Okay. I know, I just wanted to keep some for Annette because carnations were her favorite.
so I'm live streaming and I'm telling people about this area.
Me, man. Where's Peggy?
Peggy! Oh, okay, so
You got enough here for basketball team.
let's get my walker.
Do you have your walker?
Yes, William's gonna get it. He thinks he can get it anyways. Yeah,
What's your name?
it's in there kind of side. If we could get, hold on, I know what to do. I know what to do. Hold on, if you come over here, we can move flowers. That's all we need to do, William. You're making this too hard for yourself, honey. All right, let's just, okay. So move in flowers, and we can put some flowers into one, you know. God, I have my walker. Okay,
Yeah, I see a bundle up there.
all right. Priscilla, do you want to come and hold this for me while I use my walker?
Yeah, but I got dogs are gonna, I'm afraid I'm gonna get tired. My neck, I worry. I'm scared.
Okay, so let's go over here.
Is this on?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going
You're
this
seeing
way.
what they're seeing.
Bring you do.
It's kind of dark now.
We're going this way. I'm watching for, this seems higher.
This one is higher.
All right, we're heading over to our ancestors' grave at the top of Strota Tree Farm, Cox Butte.
Cox Butte. And by the way, we also have family from out here that's named Cox.
Yes, that's right.
All right, so
Now, do you think that there are other people not related to us buried up here?
well, there is a Satterfield.
Okay.
So I think this is where they buried some of the family, that lived in the area. They lived in the area,
Mhm.
and they were all maybe friends.
I had my finger. I'm a dork.
Think of how it was just a little community.
Uh-huh.
Like even Junction City was a half a day's ride probably, or
Right.
the big
But
part of the day.
wagon.
And so, yeah, I mean, I know the Satterfield is buried here. That's the only other name I saw. Remember that one small one?
No.
So let's go take a look at this one.
Oh, see, I've got to be so.
Very uneven ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very terrified of falling after my spinal fusion in my neck. I don't want to screw that up.
Okay,
It's beautiful up on this Christmas tree farm.
so this is Rachel Jones, and I believe her maiden name was Rachel White. I think she was Rachel White.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
It's either Rachel White or Rachel McMonigal.
I would think it's McMonigal.
And
I've
then-
never heard the name White. So
Oh,
this
yeah,
is where we
we have-
are
Yep.
up at the top of the hill
And-
here.
Try to tell them what direction.
Oh, so right now we're facing north, west. Hi,
Peggy
Peggy.
doesn't like being on
Oh,
camera.
I don't either. I get it. I'm trying to get the beautiful trees. There's the sky.
You could show Hazard. Hazard is a
Hazard.
good boy.
He's a handsome boy.
I got to hold on.
Down, don't jump.
No
I know
jump.
you're excited. Sit. Sit. Sit.
And then we're facing west.
Down.
I know what.
William, Richard, Kelly, and all of the children. Now we're facing south. And now we're going to face east.
My question is, I'm convinced you did keep steady.
I would hate to come up here on a buck wagon in the rainy weather.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, how do I shut this off?
We're not shutting it off. It's a live stream.
Oh,
So let's walk. You want to walk back this way?
sure.
All right.
Why don't you clear the sticks out of Aunt Kate's way for me, Liam, please?
Liam's.
Thank you.
Oh,
how
sweet. She ran right up to
Right.
help.
Yes, she did. This
How
is a little helper.
Sweet.
She is. Let's see.
Oh, he's got flowers.
Yeah, but he doesn't toys.
How cute.
So like I said, they owned about 400 acres from a donation land claim,
Right, that's what Dad said.
and over kind of just a little ways over that way. So that's the deal. You know, I think these people were all friends out here.
But could you imagine? I know they're all working hard to move the sticks out of your way, because you got your walker. You guys are so sweet
You are. Thank you.
and kind, and you're big helpers. Thank you.
Well, we don't need to get the little tiny ones, sweethearts. Thank you, though. It's just the big. It's just the big.
You
ones.
know, from the ice storm, there's a lot more down.
Look at that tree.
I know.
Lost some branches. I
Oak
think.
tree, beautiful oak tree where they're buried.
We really want to do something with this.
Like what?
We should talk to the Strodas and see what we could do to make this more accessible inside there.
Yeah, because we need to get the morning glory out.
Yeah.
And
it
that
really,
morning glory is hard to get rid of.
my understanding is it would take coming in with not a rototiller, what are those things with the little string on them?
Oh, a weed eater?
Weed eater, and kind of cutting this all down and then going from there.
But you'd have to
Yeah,
dig
you
up.
have to get all the roots out.
Oh,
otherwise
yeah.
it'll just grow back.
Well,
Morning
then we
glory.
would put
Morning glory is so invasive.
grandpa's.
Our dad. Our dad's
My
side.
grandpa, which would be your great great grandpa.
He was my dad.
And
And his mom's
My
dad.
mom's dad.
however, the Kincaids were not from over here. This was the Cox and the Joneses
Yes.
and the McMonagals.
Now show them that area.
Yeah, I'm going to. So we're walking east, and this is almost the top of the Stroda Christmas tree farm out here on Highway 36 by Cheshire, Oregon. Looking kind of northeast.
She's trying to give you her trash.
Let me hold it in my pocket.
Yeah,
I do have to say, now we're going to look south. I love their Christmas trees out here. They've got beautiful trees, but they put a hefty price tag on them.
You're not going to get in the water when we get there.
Oh, I've got that on video too.
So that's okay.
It's written in stone.
This grandma rolls with an
Here.
iron fist, I always say.
My arm is hurt.
Thank you, Scylla.
Thank you.
All right.
Sounds terrible.
Well,
No, it doesn't.
We just let it blow in the wind, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, we're headed out.
Wind.
But yes, Emmy. Not yet. It's almost maybe after the next one. We're gonna have a ride along when we have some of the flowers gone. Look at you, kids. Look at you kids learning something. Oh, they're so. All right. Okay. So we're headed now. Let's see if there's anybody else here. New. I need to plug the little thingy-majigger in to make sure we have power going. All right. Ruddy. Yes, it is ruddy, honey. And I haven't got my walker. I'm running about trying to hit up everyone on my bed. Well, we'll be here all day. I understand. Totally understand. Share it out if you can, please. What's the name on that headstone?
I don't know if there's poison oak in here.
Chris Kringle. Watch out. Oh.
I know a Satterfield is there.
Is that all the old? No, that's.
You know we went to school with Satterfield, right?
There's poison oak in here. There is.
Priscilla. Priscilla.
There is poison oak up here.
Pris-
And they all get it like.
Okay, there was a Satterfield. Priscilla, you know we went to school with a Satterfield.
What?
We went to school with a Satterfield. Yeah. All right. Let's get this party started. Don't lose any of these people. Okay, and now we're headed to.
Get that put back. No walker and not bundle of flowers. We're going over to mom and dad and the sisters and Chrissy.
Oh, that's right. We're going to Franklin. Another pioneer.
These kids with me?
Not yet. Maybe after Franklin. After Franklin, no, after Franklin, the two that get to ride with me are the ones who asked a lot earlier, and that is Emmy and Emmy and CJ. And Priscilla loves kids more. She's better with kids than me. She had two. She's better with kids than me. It's a family day. All right, so Richard's putting away the walker. Kids are getting in the different cars. I think William and Peggy are going to be very excited. 6 kids in a car is a lot. And, you know, my mom and dad had 6 of us girls. I really had no empathy for them back then, you know. It's like it was their fault. I didn't do it. Don't yell at me. I'm just here for the ride, Mom. Draw sticks. Draw sticks. Maybe after this next one. Okie doke. Everything's in our car. Oh, could you shut that door, honey? And no, so the next one is a true pioneer cemetery, full cemetery.
One kid
Is not endowed, and so Boy Scouts and other volunteers, 6 girls, yes, and our oldest sister passed about 5 years ago. I believe it is 5 years. Linda passed. We were very close. Priscilla and I and her were very close, but there was 15 years between us. Okay, so 15 between her and Linda, and 13 between me and Linda. So, you know, they were on the verge of being. I don't have a memory of my 3 oldest sisters living at home. I do not. No memories of sleeping in the same house with them as a child, of going out to dinner with them as a family. No, They were like parents to us by the time I had. So, you know, you figure I'm 6 years old and they were, 19 and 20. And they already were, both were married. Who's back there? Emmy? Oh, CJ. Hi, handsome. How you doing, baby? Good. I'm glad you're the one coming with us. CJ is a very good kid. I love this little guy. I would take this child and live with him any day of the week.
See going on, buddy?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So your phone, when we go out and around, I'm going to stop and have you take some. Actually, I think. Did anybody get any pictures of this?
Yeah. Didn't
Okay. Okay, that's good. Ask her to take, no, just ask her to take one if we're going down the hill. Just stop and take one down the hill. And you too, please, that if you would, not mine. Richard does not like to do this stuff. So it's why it's my channel, by the way. Oh, William is making sure he's getting in front of me this time. Little brat. I raised that kid, basically. His sister, or his mother, is third in line sister, and she passed 24 years ago. She had an aneurysm, and she passed. So, but still, Priscilla and I were kids, but we were helping raise her too, because just the way life was, you know. And so I think of him and his sister. They're my family. They're my kids, and I love them. So when I think of, like Quartzsite, I love Quartzsite, but I do. It's weird. I love Quartzsite. However, I remember coming back from there, and when we hit the border of California and Oregon, and I saw the trees, I wanted to get on the ground and worship at the foot of those trees, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
CJ said, yeah, because he loves trees too. CJ, see, I'm going to give you a nice view. You can't, I don't think you can appreciate how steep this is. And I can't imagine them bringing a casket, even though it was wooden back in those days. They owned that land over there and to the left, 200 acres. Beautiful, pristine land. Anyways, I love the greenery of Oregon, and I understand you have to have rain. You have to have rain, or you do not have this green. And who knows, maybe some people get their trees, because these trees get shipped out. A lot of these trees go other places.
California, a lot of them, I'm sure.
Well, California has a lot of trees. Now I'm going to slow way down going past this house, because that is the mannerly thing to do. And I do not want them never to want to leave the door open for us to come in. Well, they legally can't, but I treat them the way I want to be treated. So, Strota Tree Farm, top of the hill. Jones and McMonagle. And there's others in there, but we can't get to them at this point. And partly because we're going to the left. See, thank God I'm not leading. Kelly does know the way. My brother-in-law. So check out this little story. My little sister and brother-in-law, they only know each other and have been married for 41 years because of me. And I mean, because of me, I was scheduled. I had a date for the prom. We were kind of boyfriend and girlfriend, but I was a senior in high school. It was no big deal to me. I liked him. We were more friends than boy and girl. Well, anyway, so I got a cute dress. It's a long dress. It had a beautiful collar, shoes. I had everything ready to go. And then there was a spin the bottle contest, and I won the kissing contest. And he was not happy that I was in the spin the bottle contest. Here comes a motorcycle going to pass me. I only know that because they passed the car behind me. Well, they can't pass now. This is a solid yellow line. And by the way, the turnoff to Territorial is right up here, a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, I don't care about that line. Oh, you idiot.
And so my sister and brother-in-law, Nancy, who's now the oldest, she's about 75 now. She is 75. Her husband had a 50s rock and roll band. We're headed towards a town called Elmira and Bonita, two towns. But
Franklin.
in Franklin Cemetery is where we're actually headed to. And so they invited me out to the BPOE. If you know what that means, it's an Elks Club. And I was only 18 years old, but I went and they said, oh, there's this really nice young man. He's 19. He comes out every weekend. He loves it. He doesn't drink. He is a logger. He owns his own trailer, blah, blah, blah. Because I was, you know, I should have been the contact. And I see the motocross. Yes, there's a motocross next to it. Another very meaning no money to take care of it. So Boy Scouts take care of it. Other people take care of it. Lots of big giant trees.
Oh, look at that school right there. Oh,
Now we're going to my mother and my father are buried here. And my sister Annette and my oldest sister Linda are buried in my mother's because were they were cremated. Parents are traditional. And so sister Linda, she's in 40 years because that's where her husband worked, and she hated every day of 40 years. Just living here and very much she was out in this area. This is where she grew up, Veneta Elmira. This is all she ever knew. For about 15 minutes, they moved to San Diego. My dad got a job with a big airplane manufacturer. Oh, okay. My dad and she went to school. Now, this would have been the early 60s, and the school had like 4,000 kids. And my sister Linda was a complete introvert. And they had to move back to Oregon. They had to move back to Veneta because she would not go to school. She couldn't. It just terrified her. And one of my aunts is buried here, my dad's sister that lived with my family my whole life. She had an intellectual disability, but was fully functional. And truthfully, you would have never known she had an intellectual disability. She would have, in today's society, she would have been, trained to do something, but she was trained to do something. She took care of us kids. She was, in essence, our mom. We loved her like a mom. All right, here we go again. Let's turn this off, roll down the windows. I need my walker. And we will take a saunter over.
get out, TJ.
Come on, CJ. Let's go. Oh, are you locked? Just a minute. Oh, it's not locked. We'll be using a few here because we have, thank you, honey. All right. I'm just going to walk to right here where it's shady for a second. And this is just regular, this is really pounded in rock. Donald Mervyn Short. There's an Adkins. All right, there's my walker. Peggy, do you feel like holding this time for a few minutes? I'll bring, would you bring this to Carol? Here, I'll hand it to her because there you go. Up, there you go. Thank you. I want to get it. Oh no, it's just to get this. You mean you don't have to put it on me. But so this is where my mom, my sisters, my dad are buried on this side over here. Wait, that sounds like a chaos in there. We will come up here, Priscilla.
You'll feel
Well, hold on.
Yes.
This is our mom and our dad. And that's our sister Linda. And that's our sister Annette, who is your Grandpa Billy's mother.
That's Papa's mother?
Yep.
Wow.
Her name was Annette Louise. And that's it's such a good picture of Linda.
Yeah.
And our mother was Michael. Whatever works. Our mother, Betty, was a Riley before she was a Kincaid. And that's what caused her to die.
She passed away. I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was alive for about 13 days.
What happened on December 13th, I believe, and she died on January 3rd.
Aunt Linda, she died because she smoked, and that's a fact. She died because she got an illness from smoking, and it caused her to die. Cigarettes are very dangerous.
Well, when Kelly and I brought these flowers up on Mother's Day, there was a lizard down in this truck.
Uh-huh. Oh, the fire truck. Oh, my dad was a volunteer fireman for about 20 years. He reached to be a battalion chief. And look at the little fire truck. I don't. Did you leave that, Priscilla?
Nope,
Mary.
Patty.
Patty.
I believe Patty did.
Yeah, because there's a baseball in it.
Yep.
And our father loved the Atlanta Braves. He was a Braves fan.
These were Annette's favorite flowers.
Yeah. Now, my dad, you remember, were they around when no, they would not remember Grandpa.
Emmy and Liam were around, but I don't know if they remember because they were like 4 and 2.
Job, you guys. How about
He died because he was
maybe this stuff
Very old.
94 years old. He was close to 100, you guys. That's old. 94.
our dad played, yeah.
Yes. Is it going to come off, sweetheart?
And hopefully it makes the top of my nails.
They need to be trimmed, huh?
Oh gosh,
He's all multitasking.
he's multitasking. Yes.
We have some water that we
And-
got flowers in.
There's a barrel of water right there.
Do you feel like walking over this way or not?
Yeah, whatever
Okay.
you want to do.
So, here we
Yeah, Mom.
We're back. So we got under those trees and lost service. So that would be like great. Those are those is what. And then yep. Stay out from under the tree. All right. This is Pioneer Cemetery.
I like all the old gravestones, headstones.
I know.
I love the old ones like that.
Yes.
How you started standing?
Oh, you were in. Oh, you got. We'll get one from Priscilla, Aunt Priscilla. She handed them out when we got here to the other kids. So yes.
And again, this would be a cemetery that is just voluntarily taken care of. That is including whomever. Get off of that right now. I'm sorry to sound mean. I didn't mean to sound mean. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the wrong way to approach it, sweetheart. But we don't climb on we don't climb up on top of the headstones.
Yeah, because
You didn't know.
It's not being respectful.
Yeah,
He didn't know.
It's okay.
and
Get over here.
and-
Get over here. Love you.
Oh, if I got fingers in there.
I can get really tone sounding, can't I? At first, I thought it was. I'm sorry to say this. I thought it was Liam. I'm sorry, Liam. I thought it was you.
Well, they look very much alike. And here he is getting off the wig now.
Yes, he is.
What do you expect?
His head goes by now.
We need some flowers for over here, huh? Don't we? Or are we not?
We don't.
But we gotta still put them on mom and dad. We did Linda and that.
Yeah.
I mean, because CJ was
Time on Tuesday.
She didn't know we were. She didn't.
Somebody.
I yelled Tyrion. I mean, not me. It sounded a little mean, I think. But I didn't mean to be mean. I just quit.
I think
Yeah.
it's the easiest coming down a little ways.
All right.
Yeah, because that's very side hilly over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I put a feather on it.
Oh, thank you.
Right where these headstones are, and it's very disrespectful to step on people's headstones. Yeah. So we have to be respectful of all. Right.
Yes, that's the thing. You want to be very careful. You don't know.
Where'd she go?
Ringo Lane. Ringo.
Yep.
People that settled area.
Well, I think
I know. They're just going along cleaning them all off.
a good job. So, God, years ago, we were walking through here. Before Annette died, she was with us. Memorial Day. We were walking over there and a big old bull snake.
Oh my gosh.
You should have seen her book it back to the car.
Oh, I bet.
Run so fast. Okay.
Well, if you're still here, thank you for hanging with the outage. Um, would you mind carrying this over to Chrissy's for me? Just gotta grab it right there. Watch where the buttons are there on the left. Somewhere, the last one is my aunt that raised with this worked, and Chrissy took care of it. Sit. As a matter of fact, so a little story about. Let me make sure you're on. Okay, little story about Aunt Chrissy. So little sister Priscilla Hughes over there. One time, Chrissy, who was not even remotely assertive, she had no assertive bone in her body. She was fed up with Priscilla doing something, and she asked her to stop. And Priscilla would stop, and she was smarting off at her. And she told her she was going to take the towel away from her, or just a minute, baby, take the towel away from her, and stuff her mouth with it. She was really, really. Priscilla was just smarting off, and Priscilla was, not that kid. Okay, yes, baby.
That in your family?
No, honey. Inman is not in my family.
Oh.
Not in my family. But who is in my family?
Yeah.
Who?
Me.
That's right.
Us.
For all times and forever. Come here. I love you. You're a good kid. And what do you have there? You have what is that called?
Pokemon.
Pokemon card. And why you do it? How'd you get a Pokemon card?
Alex.
Yes. Uncle Alex, otherwise known as Brent to me, is selling some really nice Pokemon cards.
Yeah, can I show you mine?
Yes, let me get you back. Okay.
I did Pikachu. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because it's Charizard makes stuff with Pikachu.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, what's wrong, sweet pea girl? Yeah, that's a nice card, sweetie. Whoops.
Have you seen what those flower pots cost now? That size?
Uh-uh.
$30.
Okay, so apparently, I'm just going to put you around back
This is
here.
for Aunt Chrissy.
If you could see it, $30 is what those flower pots cost right now.
No, point at it.
Can you see that on camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those flowers on here.
They can go on there. Yeah.
Are these the ones that just got put on?
Yeah.
Well,
Go. You could grab a few more.
You already had one. You guys haven't had one yet.
Okay. Go around these areas. Hey! Off of the dirt. We walk around it. Want to sit here? Oh, there's old ones too. Thank you, Kelly. I just informed the world, the 5 people of the world that are on my live stream, that you and Priscilla and your children are a result of me. Me and my bad behavior, as a matter of fact.
Is that a thing? Oh, perfect. Thank you.
He's wandering around half asleep. I
So
think.
much.
Right. I told him about the time Chrissy threatened to take that towel from you,
Oh gosh.
stuff it in your mouth.
Well, I was mouthing off to her.
And you didn't usually do that.
No, I was rhyming. I was saying something bad. I was rhyming with Chrissy.
And think
And I
about
got-
rhyming. Yes.
I got to pissy.
Something like Chrissy.
I got to Chrissy pee, and it was pissy. Hold on.
And Chrissy didn't. She drew a line at that. Yeah, Dad was 94, Linda. He was
You know what? Just put the whole thing on our
94.
Chrissy's around, but don't cover her name up, please. Perfect.
Hey, Josh is on here, you guys. He says, "Hey, cuties." Josh says, "Hey, cuties," and he ain't talking to us. He's talking to you guys.
Hi.
I want them to be seen better.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nice, Scylla.
There. Okay.
Maybe build one in here.
You want to? Go ahead. That's a good idea. Thinking outside the box.
That's the CJ.
Me too.
I never think outside the box. Rarely. Sometimes.
What's it?
Okay, that's enough for
Perfect.
okay.
Oh.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to.
No,
I didn't know. That's enough, baby.
That's good.
No more. Thank you, but thank you for wanting to.
You guys did a beautiful job. Thank you.
Is that one of the things?
Nope. All right. So this is Franklin Pioneer. Yeah, bald eagle. You could set that up if you wanted to. It fell over. Franklin Pioneer Cemetery. And the next one is Willamette Street.
Yep.
So the rest was
I wasn't. It's not that I got this straight pride.
We don't have to.
I mean, if did Brent want us to? Because
he didn't mention anything. If William wants to stop at Clyde's,
Ashley wanted us to.
I'm
okay.
right with you.
I have no problem with stopping there. I just was for Kay and I for Kay's pain issues. I was just trying to cut down on the.
I'm doing so you guys know I'm doing okay. I'm like my pain right now is at a 3. Which is totally livable.
No, it's not.
I
Well,
know,
it's
that's
not.
the thing. That's the thing.
Okay. All right.
Clyde was a wonderful.
Well, we're going to go to Willamette Street, which is we're going back. Somebody could want to carry this for me, just to my car, because
And that's nothing about him, but we all have our issues now and physical. Let's get
You're
Kay.
like side hilling.
I know. Get her. We don't need you to
What's that, Addie?
fall. Oh,
it's causing my hip to have to
Well,
do
yeah, because you're on the side hill.
go into.
so this is where our parents are, and our sisters, and our auntie across from another Christmas tree farm. We're in Franklin, Oregon. Beautiful, beautiful trees. We've got beautiful trees here in Oregon. This is a Pioneer Cemetery.
Who's riding with that?
Okay. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a little painful. It spiked up. So we're going to be so William, we need to stop at Vanita because I need to get an ice cold water. Yeah.
All right, come on.
All righty. Okay, friends.
No kids?
Does anybody want to ride with us? Okay. You got it, baby girl. We got Emmy. Yep.
One.
Counting the heads right now.
Seatbelt in.
Let's see if my makeup's all over my face. I'm sweating bad now. Let's see how many steps I'm at, though. Let's see. I forgot to unlock it after my shower today, so it was still locked. So I am at, it looks like 1,900 steps. Woohoo! 1,900 steps.
2,200.
Richard, that's because you go take the dogs for walks. Which I'm glad you are
I
at
haven't
20.
done that today.
I am. Oh, you are. Haven't. Oh, that's interesting. I'm glad you walk like you walk. Truly.
Didn't I mean?
Yes, you would. All right. So now we're going to be heading south on Territorial towards a little town called Bonita, Elmira. I don't remember which. I think Elmira Does Vanita come first? Elmira comes first, and then about 30 seconds later is Elmira, and they are two separate little
Vanita.
towns. Okay. They're side.
Ira comes first, and 30 seconds
That's
later
right.
is Benita.
Okay.
You like doing this, Emmy?
Sorry. Sorry, we're kind of going in and out right now, but it will straighten out because we're going in closer to town. I don't know why we've had some dead spots. So, we were living in the where the meth was made, unfortunately, because we loved it.
Right there. Yeah.
That was no. And when we were moving out here, we lost one of the cushions to a couch, and we never found it. Never. We retraced steps, and those cushions were held down well. And so my father was a practical man. My dad was very practical, and he moved us into Eugene. And that was the rest of their lives. Everybody, the new, I don't have memory of living here as a child. My doesn't exist. And so, this Applegate Trail, and there's it's it's very new. We don't remember seeing it. Part of the Applegate Trail when they came here and it went Sorry for the loss, darn it. Should get better. I mean, we're so close to where people are. I'm not sure why we're having the little blackout times. On the other side, answer. Okay. Thank you guys for waiting. I don't know. That was call if you have to call us, William, call Richard's number, please. It kicks this off for some reason. We're going to Willamette Street. Oh, wherever we're going. I'll follow Priscilla.
I had to walk around that whole store to get to the fence.
Oh no. All right. Well, I don't know who's still here, but there's campgoer 1. There's Nosh. Thank you. Thank you so much if you're still here. And thank you for coming anyways. I don't mind. I mean, I was off for a few minutes. What happened, as it turned out, I gotta take a sip before I drive because they're ready to go. I know where they're going though. We are in Bonita, Elmira area. That's why that won't go in there. And this little store been here a long time. One of my my parents' best friends used to own this. I think he is the one who actually built it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So back to some driving. Why it went off, it was because my little sister had to call, and every time she called to ask where I wanted to stop, and I'm gonna let that truck pull in because it's a very tight turn there. And it kicked you out.
Nope.
I'm trying to think of the name of the man, but this is where my family grew up as children. This is where I lived until I was 5 years old.
Coyote Creek.
Coyote Creek, yes. And I was so happy to get to move back here as an adult to this town. So I think it was the first night, I think it was the first night we lived here and we were moving in. We were 8 miles from this town, way out. And we drove into town, and Brent was 3 years old. Our kid was 3 years old. We went to a place called Countryside Pizza, and they do have excellent pizza. You wouldn't think so out in the country. Sorry to say, you're wrong. And so we were sitting there eating pizza, and out of the blue, my son leaned over, and he vomited. I had his coat in my hands. He goes, "Mom, I'm gonna throw up or something like that." And I had his coat, his little red coat, it's right there, and I had to grab it, and he vomited into his coat.
Better than being in your lap.
Yeah, I know, or on the table. And it wasn't the pizza. It was delicious pizza.
He had a bug.
He had something, but it was very embarrassing, and I felt so bad for him. You know, he loves pizza. That would be our son, Alexander. You'll see a lot of travel trailers. This road that we're going to turn left on, if we turn right, we're at the coast in 40 minutes. Florence, Oregon, straight into Florence. Dang, I wish we were there. Dang, I wish we were traveling. So, if you don't mind sharing this out, if you haven't already, please do. I'd love to see some other people and hang out. And they have a new big giant grocery outlet here. Oh, for gosh sakes. I'm going to turn the camera way around. When we turn the corner, you'll have a good view of it. I can't believe it.
Not true, because it's getting that.
Well, I mean, when we go around the corner, yeah.
Well, then we'll have to.
It's huge. I think I'm going to drive out here just to go through it. I never seen a grocery outlet that looked like, you know what the Walmart community grocery stores look like, how big they are? It's like that. It's a nice building too. So, Richard, can you see it in that camera?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I did. Now you're getting a post, okay.
All right.
Now.
Anyways, that was It caught me off guard because Eugene is 8 miles. It seems a lot further. So, anyways, this is a major coastal route to get to the coast. And now, granted, this is actually Monday of Memorial Day, so some people have already come through, and there still may be. There's a Dollar General here too now. See, they're really putting some things in. A big storage facility, self-storage. Okay. It is communally referred to as Route what, Richard?
F.
Yep. I asked Priscilla one time, I said, do you know where Route F is? Do you know where Route F goes? And she goes, no, I've never heard of it. And she's not even on here. She knows I'm doing a live stream. She's 2 cars ahead of me. No respect again. No respect.
Route Florence. Route F.
Yep, Route Florence. Route F is Route Florence. Route to Florence. A friend and I, he was just a friend when we were in high school. I loved him like my brother, Brett. His name was Brett. And he was in choir with me. And his parents sold worms to bait shops. And he asked me if I wanted to ride over with him one day. And so I said, sure. And he had an older Mustang, you know, not the cherry one that people always wanted, but just an old Mustang. And we drove over pouring rain. And when we got it right to the bridge that goes over Siuslaw River, Bay, or whatever is there, it was pouring rain so hard he could barely see out his window, and it was a double yellow line. Well, he went to pass the car in front of us. I don't know why, since it was a double yellow line. Probably because he was, 17, 18 years old, and he just was not thinking, because he was a very normally responsible person. Guess what car was coming towards us when he crossed that double yellow line in the pouring rain? A police car. A police car, yes. And the policeman was none too happy with Brett. He had to get out of that car. Okay, so Perkins Peninsula is to our left, and there is camping there. It's about $35, $38 a night. I'm serious. I am going to do, maybe I'll do it this week, just a video of the camping prices in Oregon and Lane County. I'm astounded. So, Mad Hatters, William and Peggy, my nephew and niece-in-law. By the way, she's my hairstylist, and she is fantastic. But they have done a lot of traveling through the country, and through the South mainly, but yeah, I would say through the South, and how you get to the South from the North. Well, so the mountain states. So anyway, there are states where in cities and towns and counties there are free camping, even with electricity, for like 3 days, 3 to 5 days. Free camping. Free camping. Oh, Oregon wouldn't do that. No. One of the big states that relies upon tourism wouldn't think of encouraging tourism. I'm really at the people that run the state, the people that run the county, and the people that run the city. It's annoying. It's just a nice way to say it's annoying. I don't think they're very smart, okay? Let's just be clear. Because no doubt they're probably full, and that's why they raise the prices up. But my gosh, do you know that there's not even a break in Oregon? Oregon state parks, there's no break for disabled people. The only people that get breaks in their camping prices are veterans. And I'm glad. I don't grudge nothing to a veteran. My father was a veteran. I've got brother-in-laws that were veterans, are veterans. And so, no, I begrudge nothing to them. But I have to say that disabled people live in a really small world usually. And anything that would help us get out, and usually not on a lot of money. I don't know too many wealthy disabled people.
Well, they're there.
I'm sure they are there, but they got the money then for $38 a night.
They got disabled because of something. They sued them and got rid of
Oh, and I could have too, but I didn't. And I just didn't. So, since we have a little time, I will explain why he just said, So, when I had my first fusion about 10 years ago, something went wrong. It wasn't the doctor. See, the doctor wasn't the problem. A nurse overdrugged me, and she overdosed me. And had a CNA not been to come through my room and see me, I would have died. And she went out and she had to force her to come and see me. Well, I was bad enough that they had to get a crash team in to do Narcan on me and CPR at some level. And then they took me to ICU for 4 days. Well, as a result, they kept me in bed for the better part of 11 days. And guess what happened to my wound that was 6 inches long, 3 inches deep, and 2 inches across? I know it's hard to want to think about, but it opened up completely. I had necrotic tissue. And when I heard the surgeon's assistant one day came in to check out the surgical site, and I knew Sean pretty well by then, and he said, "Oh, you have necrotic tissue." And I knew that necrosis is death. It's something is dying if it's necrotic. So we are theoretically back in Eugene. We are way on the west side of Eugene. You couldn't really get any further west. So I was in bad shape so I go to ICU. It took me days to feel like I wasn't drugged. Even although they Narcan you, you're still like and they still had to give me pain medicine to control pain because I had a massive wound now opening up. And so things just went from bad to worse. And by the way, the same nurse dropped me and my head hit the nightstand. I'm going to say it was a shit show. Apologies to anybody in here who is offended by the word shit. I'm so sorry. It was a shit show. And so she dropped me. They had to go do an emergency CT on my head because I'm on blood thinners, because by that time I now have, okay, so I get out of ICU, and then from being in bed for 4 days straight without being moved, I end up with 4 blood clots in my right leg. Now there is a big cemetery to the right, and we have friends that are buried in there that we used to go see, including I have a close friend that, anyways, we're not doing it this time. We're just really going to do family. So they drop me on my head and get me back in bed. And then I'm overdosed by the same stupid, I want to say a word so bad, and I'm not going to, because so much has already been said on here, and they went through, you guys left me behind. I know how to get to where we're going. There's 100 ways. So anyways,
You don't know if they're going to stop in the career or what.
Well, they'll see me go by then. I'm going to Willamette Street. So that happened, and then I was overdrugged by her. I think I must have said something, is all I could think, that she did not like. And there's another cemetery to the left we used to go to. So Add 2 more to this. There was 8 cemeteries originally we used to go to. And now there's 6. So I go to ICU, come out of ICU 4 days later, get the blood clots in my leg. They end up putting me on, I'm on blood thinners for life. I've ended up having 7 or 8 of them as a result. So the first year, I was in hell. I had to have 3 months of what's called a wound vac. If you don't know what that is, it is like like a vacuum cleaner. It's a vacuum cleaner. It's a wound vacuum cleaner, and they put a suction cup in the middle of my back, which is where my
Holds the tissue and the wound together.
yes, its job is to pull out all the fluid. That's what and pull so that the tissue can mend together. So it pulled out, and I'm not getting behind no darn bus. Oh, there was the first police officer I've seen in 10 years. And so Walmart, big Walmart center to our right. And so I Target to the left. And so I was just recovering for 2 years. I was in hell. I was 3 months with the wound vac, and I loved my wound vac nurse. She was one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. And I mean my life. She was a great lady, wonderful woman. And knew her job. And it's a sensitive situation, it's the middle of my back. And, oh, they're all going that way. I see what you're doing, kids. All right, well, now we're on a race. Now it's a race. We are going to South Eugene, about as far South Eugene as you can go. And they just took cut off, and they're trying to beat me. Well, we'll see about that, kids. We're on a faster road. I will be cutting off, but we'll be ahead of them. Especially if this white car gets out of my way. No, I'm not going to drive crazy. Well, so for 2 years, I was really in just recovery. I couldn't think about suing anybody. And by the way, so I had all these consequences as a result of what happened in that hospital. But they would have drugged my neurosurgeon, I guarantee it. They would have drugged my neurosurgeon into it. Oh, I don't want to go in front of you. I'm trying to get past you and over here. And so people really pushed me. Are you going to sue the hospital? Are you going to? And I'm like, I can't think straight. I can't be responsible for trying to sue somebody. I couldn't. I just couldn't think. It took me a good solid 5 years. Really. I was in physical therapy off and on. I had another 1 or 2 surgeries, small surgeries. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. And no, I didn't sue him. And so when I thought about it, bringing a suit against the hospital after all of the consequences that I'm living with now as a result, I thought, we used to manage apartments here, right there to our left. Sorry, didn't see it in time. Now they could be theoretically coming up to this light. And they might, okay. Oh, you keep a lookout down there, Richard.
Yep, they're right there.
They see me pulling in front of them. Woohoo! Priscilla and Kelly. We beat Priscilla and Kelly. And William. I knew it. So we're in the lead, people. So the LDS church to the left is where I did a lot of genealogy work when I was young. And so I didn't. And when I finally thought about it, I talked to an attorney. You only have 3 years. 3 years. So we're on the south, kind of the south side of Eugene. This is called 18th. Now we're going clear out to like 36th or 40th. It's a ways out here. But I didn't and I can't now, even if I wanted to. Because first and foremost, I wasn't dragging my doctor into it. He had nothing to do with it. But they would try to tag him in it, and I wasn't allowing it. I mean, that was actually my number one concern, and that was why I didn't do it. And people were in my family, were pissed at me. But you know what? I don't care. I had to have him. It wasn't his fault, first of all, and I needed him as my neurosurgeon. I needed him to keep me walking. I did. I needed him to keep me walking. But I do know of somebody who had some things happen at the hospital's fault, and they walked out of it with $8 million. It doesn't really matter now. I rarely think of it. When I tell the story, it is part of the story. You don't do this kind of damage to somebody and not usually have to pay somebody for it. It's their job to keep us safe. And when you're dropping people and the same nurse overdrugs you to the point that if a CNA wasn't in the room, you'd be dead, I guess, you probably ought to have to suffer a consequence as a hospital. Am I going to want to turn here? Yes. And we'll see if Kelly goes straight. He's going to try and... I am not... There we go. So make sure there's no pedestrians, and so that Kelly can surely see me. Burrito Boy on the corner is I'll tell you what, Burrito Boy is fantastic. Fantastic. Let's see if they turn off. I don't think. Yep, Kelly turned off. I think that was Kelly, because I don't see Billy. Might not be Kelly. So this is going out into the Southwest Hills. And the cemetery we're going to is a massive cemetery. It's a higher end cemetery, and it is a endowed cemetery. And my mother's side of the family is buried there. And by the way, the last cemetery we were at is where Richard and I have a plot. That's where we will be buried or interred. I don't know. I don't think it's them. No, they didn't follow us. Richard strung line up here, too, when he worked as a, whatever you call it, up in these hills. It was a lineman. It was very hard work. And by the way, this is where some of the most beautiful homes in Eugene are. And the Christmas lights are up here. But this year, I was in death-defying pain. Couldn't even consider driving or riding. It just wasn't possible. I couldn't sit up at all at that time. That's one of the points where I couldn't even sit up. This is called the Friendly Neighborhood. And I sold a house up here when I was a realtor. I tried to sell another one. And hello, I can't see who's here, so I have no clue. I really can't see who's here. And I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are saying hello to each other. There's, I think, 3 people. Woo! 3 people. That is enough for a party for me. 2 people. 2 people. Yay. 2 brave souls. It's a busy weekend. Busy weekend. Anyways, yes, when I was a realtor, I tried to sell a house up here. Oh no, I sold a house and then I tried to sell another one that was way up on the hill, and there was a deck that went out on the deck, and the trees were below the deck line. The tree line was below the deck. It was magnificent view of looking north, looking east, and looking west. It was a gorgeous view, but the deck was going to need replaced. It felt a little iffy to me. Yeah, you don't have to stop. Don't have to stop here either. You can keep. Is there a child in our car? Oh my gosh, Emmy! I am sorry. I have not interacted with you, baby. You're so quiet back there, and I can't see you. Your head is below my vision sight. So, what do you think of today? What do you think of? See, you didn't know these people, but what do you think of doing this? Are you learning anything? Huh? You don't know? Okay. Is there anything you'd like to share? Okay. I've got Emmy with me. She is an intuitive, sweet, beautiful young lady. She's 9 years old. 9? You're in the 3rd grade, right? Okay, so you are almost a 4th grader. And then one more year after that, and you're in junior high. This is Willamette, correct? Okay. Time will tell if we are in first place. Oopsie. Right to the red. I really didn't necessarily mean to do that. We're headed back up a little bit and then down into a gully, and then the cemetery is on the right. You used to could drive in one and out the other gate. It's got big, what do you call them, honey? No, it's you'll see. We'll see. Oh, big standard should be. I think that's a standard poodle. Not, yeah, I think it is. It's shaved. Nice red. Those are some small cars. I'd get claustrophobic, I think, if I could get in it. So now we go down the gully. Down the gully and back up, and then the cemetery is right up here. Yep. Oh, he would come home in a lot of pain and very tired. All righty. And they usually have cookies here. They do. Me and Priscilla always love this part of the drive. It gives us inspiration. Not yet. Right here. Rest Haven Memorial Park. And Willamette Street, just as knowledge, Willamette Street is the very center of Eugene, north and south. One of those nicely well manicured cemeteries. And they do have a mausoleum here. And people that used to live next to us, an old couple that lived next to the house my dad built, they built at the same time. They are in the mausoleum up here. They were the sweetest old people. Very sweet. Very sweet. Mick and Millie. She made the best. I hated carrot cake. She made carrot cake edible. Okay? She made carrot cake edible. We're not coming down. Scylla said not to come down here. we will put a few extra flowers up there in memory of them. So my mom's parents are buried here. Her only sister and her husband, her nephew, or two nephews and a niece. My aunt actually, she bought, so my grandmother, she died at 59. She had heart failure. She died of heart failure at 59. And she, in the back of the car at a drive-in movie, holding my oldest sister, Linda. She was a baby and she died of heart failure. So I'll call Priscilla from your phone, or you can call Priscilla and let her know we're up here. We'll see. I don't think they're here. I think we beat them. They should have followed me. Like, go south and make a left. Go south and make a left. Well, I was talking about Arizona. Yeah, this place is an expensive place to be buried at. I'm going to. And I don't need my walker here because I'm just right now going to give Priscilla a call. Hand me your phone, please. And then we usually use this as a bathroom break.
I am going to.
Okay. If you want to take Emmy, there's coffee and cookies in there. All right, Emmy.
Let's.
Emmy's going to go with you.
Go ahead and get up.
Follow Uncle Richard. Did you need to use the bathroom? There's a nice bathroom in there. All right, I'm going to call my little sister and see where they're at. Real fast. Where's his? Using Richard's phone. Let's see, Priscilla. Oh, I just need the keypad. Uh-oh, I almost dialed my own phone number. Hello? It keeps kicking off. That's weird. Well, she knows what we do. Okay, let's see. I want some cookies. Ah, hi, Naj. Okay, so you're still here. So we do love going here for the cookies. And I don't see Richard coming out with a handful. I'm going to try her number again. Were they out of cookies?
Candy. I don't do cookies.
Okay.
They do
Oh, what kind of candy?
uh really a lot of candy. They use these mint stuff and these candies.
How many did you get?
I got
2. Okay, good girl.
and
That was very mannerly. Let's see.
I also have these everything that Uncle Richard.
Where are you guys at? We're at the top.
Do I have to buckle?
I know, but we always go to the top first. Are you sure? You should go on my live stream and tell me stuff. Dang it. All right, Richard. Richard's going to the bathroom. All right. Nope, it is candy though. It's like Rolos and Twix bars. All right. Well, as soon as Richard gets out here, we'll come down. Bye. Uh-oh. She says, okay, I'm going to be honest because I mean, I have no reason to lie. She says that isn't the way it's always been done. She's wrong. My sister is wrong. She said we always go to the graves first and then come up here when we're leaving. Because usually we have to pee by the time we get here because there's nowhere to go along the way. And so I think she's lost her mind. And I am glad she's not on here right now, or she would be very upset with what I just said. Yeah, they do candies now. This is a very busy cemetery. All right, Richard, which way? Where did he go? Oh, here. Is that? No, that's not him.
Because the bathroom's
Okay. Well, well, well. Yeah, I can't believe that. Now, Priscilla, I think you're crazy. Was there any Reese's? Was there any Reese's candies? This Naj wants to know if there what kind of candy. Was there any Reese's? Like a Reese's peanut butter cup?
No.
No, but there was a Twix, wasn't it a Twix?
Yes.
You had a Twix and a what else?
No, I had Hershey's and a roll.
Oh, Hershey's and a Rolo is what she got. Oh, goodness. Oh, Lord. Here he comes. Here he comes. I was up, you know, she's going to say I was wrong. She's wrong. I think I'm right. You know, she's the little sister. Well, maybe she has a better memory. Oh, he's going to get candy is what he's doing. Now, come on, honey. We got to go. Yep. I see him at the candy table. They're waiting for us. They're down there. Priscilla said that we always went and did the flowers first. What's your memory?
That far down there.
Dang it.
Then we came up here.
Why didn't you tell me? Really, I can't believe it. Oh, darn it. Buckle up,
Yeah.
sweet girl. Have a good day. Well, nobody could say I'm not.
Seatbelt on?
No, my seatbelts. We're in the cemetery. It's gonna beep though. I gotta stop and put this on. Oh boy. Everybody's waiting for me. That Ford's a lot like this Subaru. Have
Where
to
are they waiting for you at?
up there.
Down at the bottom there. They are down there.
Okay, I have to go that
Gotta
this
go
way.
all the way around.
Yes, I have to go all the way around. Oh God, they're real happy with me. I'm
I said,
sure.
we're skipping those.
I thought so. That's what Priscilla said. Ooh, red, nice red. Oh goodness, nice red Mercedes. They own all this land over to our right, and if they ever have to develop it, but they've got all this here before they need that. Okay, well, one time, my Priscilla, of course, Priscilla's involved. Priscilla and I, and my sister Annette, that is my nephew's mom, that is no longer with us. We came here in like the middle of winter for some reason.
All right here.
Yeah, I guess I am. And I'm gonna back up a bit. Well, this is not a good.
This is park right in here.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to get over more. It's not my drinker cardio bag.
I'm trying not to get too much of the grass. Maybe the road's just a little wider. There we go. Man, now I'm going to get blamed for a whole bunch of stuff. It's not my fault. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. Let's go. I'm trying to get you out of here. You must be just tired of sitting here. Come on. Oh. Well, you said we weren't going to do these.
No, Grandma. We're not doing it for Bill and Terry and Tony. We're doing Grandma, who's right here.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Yes. I'm not going to go walk
No,
there.
I didn't think so. So I'd give it. Right?
Yeah. Yes, theoretically speaking.
Peggy can get a free one.
We have to. Peggy can get a free one.
A free pool.
How big is it? How big is the?
No.
Yes, the kids need a swimming pool.
No.
Peggy can take care of it. You can make sure it's clean and sanitized.
I'm put down a bleach in it every time.
Not that didn't work for us.
Oh, William. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm. Oh,
I want you to take that camera. So I just why are you going over there? Just stay
I
here.
was just gonna come to that. She's gonna take you with you. Go ahead. Show them that.
Okay, we're going up to our grandma, her grave up here at this beautiful, beautiful cemetery on South Willamette Street in Eugene, Oregon. And this is where our grandma is buried. Our grandpa's buried up the hill further.
What?
Yeah. Up the hill we go under this beautiful tree, although there's a lot of roots, unfortunately. Not good. And this is our grandma.
Somebody was already up there too.
Yeah. Probably Grandma Betty's mom.
Yes, this is my mom's mom. This
How
is
come I have never
Nancy,
met any of my
Nancy Perry Riley,
grandma's side of the family?
because none of them are alive.
I mean, there's no ancestors from her side, like cousins.
Maxie, our cousin Max, Annalita's grandson.
He's the one that had to deal with Lori.
No, that's Uncle Frank, and he's not even blood related. He,
I was telling these guys too.
Max Coon, he is Annalita's grandson. In fact, his dad and sister and brother are buried out here. And he's the only cousin really from grandma's side.
Telling these guys their favorite, one of their favorite movies to watch.
Yeah.
We had a guy that used to play in the DeLorean.
Oh, that was, yeah, Uncle Frank.
Oh, you feel.
Uncle Frank was Kathy's uncle, actually. Was Kathy, my friend Kathy. It was
Yeah.
her. It was her uncle. He was Janine's brother. Ooh,
Got enough goldfish there,
my
bud?
lungs suck. I have sucky lungs.
Yep.
I'm sure she's going to be editing a lot of this.
It's okay, T. Let him be.
I don't know how well Grandma's gravestone showed up on there.
Two more.
The way that
It's very dark.
William was wondering about.
Oh no, we got to get up there now.
Yeah,
Mhm,
let's
gotta
get,
pee.
there's candy up there. Let's go get it.
Okay, I gotta go.
Feet is out up.
And some of us have to
You
pee.
got it?
yes.
Okay,
Were they out, Richard?
You got to pee. There's an outhouse you got to go to.
Let me push you.
There we go. Thank you, Emmy, and thank you, Priscilla.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm sure her foot and everything.
Come on my live stream. I'm telling family stories, and you can fill in too. Do a head count. Let's see. Back the seatbelt. I'm following Kelly and Billy. Okay. Boy, I cannot walk on a slope.
Uh-huh.
Oh goodness, I did it again. And there's your phone.
Mhm.
You're driving way too fast. Any speed demons coming? We have had 2, 3 Grand Caravans. We love Grand Caravans. And actually, I believe,
One was adventure.
Chevy Venture and 2 Grand Caravans. I love the Chevy Venture.
Gosh, it's money.
I love the utilitarianism of a van. And I've always just wanted to travel in a van. I know people, it doesn't make sense, but I would love to. Especially if we were going to do a lot of travel, but then the fact of the matter is, as y'all know, I can't live bent over. I mean, there's problems with it, but we would only, if we were doing something like that, I'd try it out for like the summer and see how it was because of the gas mileage. And I believe we could get us a way to sleep in here. It would be mushy. I mean, we would be sleeping together, and we're used to a king size bed, which we both love. I love king size bed because I don't like getting warm. Looks like William is running to the bathroom. Okay. Is Priscilla going to be running?
William, the bathroom's over there. William, the bathroom's over there.
There's no bathroom inside. It's
An outhouse.
outhouse.
Well, if you got rollers,
Well, you guys can cross and follow them. Nope, I don't.
I do.
Oh, Emmy does. She's coming with you.
I just
Pop
asked you a
out
few
quickly.
minutes ago.
Hurry. I know, Dukes and Hazard. I love you guys. I love you. one to go with him. That's fine.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna park right down right here, and we'll see what's gonna happen from here. Oh, good view, good picture. All right, let me just see who's all in the house now. Let's see. I think Naj is still here. I just love that you know he came. You're here. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. It is a huge cemetery, Naj. Huge cemetery. I have to get some stuff on my lips. They're very dry. It is huge, and big mausoleum inside. Okay. And get me. Did you get any candy, Richard?
Get you what?
I'd like Rolo. You don't have
You
anything?
don't have rolls, I don't think.
She got Emmy had a Rolo. Well,
Oh.
just get me something. I prefer a Rolo.
Let me look.
I'm gonna turn the camera around here. Hang on. Ah. So let me get that turned around. And we'll talk. Talk. All right, more. And we're gonna go to settings, I believe. And we're gonna go to camera. And then I'm gonna choose this up here. There you are. There I am. Oh God, that's big. Okay. All right. So it is a very big cemetery, Naj, and it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of care. My mom did not want to be buried up here. She did not, even though it's her family that's buried here. What happened is when my grandmother died first, early, as I said, and then my aunt, my mom was actually very much a surprise child. She had a sister that was 15 years older than her and a brother that was 13 years older than her, and really was not a wanted child. But anyways, so my aunt, who was very close to my grandfather, thank you, sweetheart, Rolos, she bought the plot right next to my grandpa for her and her husband, rather than for, by the way, her father. She was going to be in between them. As it turned out, I know. Can you even believe that? The audacity to think she was going to be buried between her mom and dad. Although my grandpa had a couple marriages afterwards, so anyway, my grandmother and excuse me, my grandfather ended up having to be buried clear up at the top. I mean, they're a mile apart, but he had been married since her passing, so. And the last one we're going to be headed to, I will likely lose you out there somewhere. If you look on the map, you don't have to look on the map, but it's called Marcola, the Marcola Cemetery. You know what's weird besides just going in cemeteries all day long? When I eat chocolate, I sting. My throat stings, and I have to have water ready to drink because it stings. Marcola Cemetery, as pioneer as it gets. And that's where my dad's mom's side is it. It's the Kincaids. My maiden name is Kincaid, and it's the Kincaid side of my dad, of my mom and dad. So anyways, yeah. That's where we're going. And Marcola's about 25 miles, from here, gosh, maybe 30 miles from here. And it's up in we actually will go around part of the Coburg Hills. And ironically, where my nephew is lives off grid on the ranch is in the Coburg Hills. He lives on the west side. Right straight across as a crow flies is where my dad grew up. Literally. And even if I lose you guys, I'm going to video it because we're going to the top of the Coburg Hills where you can see down over all of Interstate 5. You can see the Coast Range. You can see the Coburg Hills and beyond. You can see up into the what is the mountains? Oh, good Lord. Anyways, oh, I see his Blind Maid production. Hello, Alfonso. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate it. And Jose, well, hello. I don't know that I know you, Jose. Are you new to me? And do you like cemeteries? Because that's what we're doing today. So that's what I'm saying. We're going from one side of the valley to the other side of the valley. We were clear out on the west, and now we're headed to the east side. Cascade Range is what I was thinking of. The slipped out of my mind. That's CJ. This is a really dangerous area for me. I can't really be out of the car here.
No candy in there at all.
Oh, they're out.
Nothing.
Darn it. And it's only what time?
I don't know. But, after doing the next graves up here, it is 2:04.
Oh, 2 o'clock.
Can we go up the road to the next cemetery? Asking to know if we could put a few flowers on our friend Timmy's grave.
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine with me. CJ, this is CJ.
Yes. Is he the one that fell asleep in our car?
Yep.
Oh boy.
She's taken to Kelly.
She is a sweet pea.
Yep.
She's a terrorist, though, I'll tell you. She's a born terrorist.
And then the
How do
other
you
girl,
know?
what's her name?
Emmy?
Yeah.
She's
Was it
such a
good?
caretaker.
Salty.
100%.
No.
Yep.
I put some hot sauce on.
Yum.
I love hot sauce.
Let's see if I can turn you around. All right.
He got his nose.
I got ya.
She is fun.
Oh.
Although she comes to to wake up. Peggy comes in the morning. She's a little on the grouchy side.
Are you a
No.
grouch in the morning? I am.
See ya.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
I am fit. See, oh, so this happens. There's too many
What is
kids.
her name?
It's
Addie.
Adeline. Adeline. I can't believe. Brain fart. Addie.
Addie.
Addie, you're so cute. You're so cute. You. I taught her to.
So
You.
where is she staying?
You. With their dad. Almost said with their dad.
Okay, and their dad is
Out at the family shelter. Is
it
Tristan.
Okay.
Yeah, he.
Yes, she is Tristan's.
Okay.
And me.
Yes. Yes. Tristan is your dad too, sweetheart. He's probably in there trying. No, he's right there. He's right there.
If there's candy to be found.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they don't have a bathroom besides an outhouse here.
I know it. I think
This is ridiculous.
it's worth giving a call.
Yeah, what the heck?
Because, by the way, having a bathroom inside the mausoleum, it
Yeah.
gives them an opportunity to make contact. See, when I did this work, we would have thought it as a time to make contact with people
Right,
and start building a relationship.
right,
Could I send you some information have you ever thought about pre-need?
right.
I mean, I believe in pre-need arrangements. I believe they're
Yeah,
like,
this is really sad that they don't have the bathroom open and they give us a buck outhouse. It's ridiculous.
Did it even have a washing station?
Just the hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer?
Yep.
Which, by the way,
Nothing down there, William. Hey,
no candy. Sorry.
went up there to say hi to Kay.
Oh, there's my girl,
Oh, geez, you're heavy.
Adeline.
You're heavier than you look.
Oh boy, you're cute.
She tell you that she fell down? I had to save her.
Nothing. And not even a bathroom in there.
Let's get the bruise. Dig her up and put her somewhere else.
All right,
All right.
so we're gonna follow her to this little cemetery right here.
Well, hold on. We got to do Grandpa Riley.
Oh,
and
we're
then
going
we're
to,
gonna
yes,
go up there.
right.
And then when we leave here, we're going to hang a right and go to the next cemetery because Ashley's
getting
friend Timmy
tired?
Toll was killed
Huh?
in a motorcycle accident. She was really close to him, and she would normally go put flowers for him. And she asked if we could put some flowers on Timmy's grave.
It wasn't Timmy Tom. That's your nose.
No, Timmy Toll.
There it is.
He was her beer pong
Oh,
partner. They went to high school
Beer
together.
pong
And
partners.
then out of high school, when she lived over in Heron Meadows, and they had beer pong parties.
Oh boy.
And Ashley didn't care for beer, so Timmy would always drink her. She rarely ever lost, so she didn't have to really worry that much. But they were just really good friends. And the day he got his motorcycle endorsement, he was going up from Highway 99 to get on to Beltline eastbound, and a car cut him off, and he went to lay his bike down, and he hit the guardrail. And his helmet came
The day he got his motorcycle endorsement. Yay, I hate
She
motorcycles.
her and Timmy were really close.
All right, well, let's go do these last couple here. Is anybody riding with me?
Okay.
Okay, these two are riding with us this time.
I gotta turn the,
Who's riding with that tank?
Let's go.
let me turn this back around. Okay. Hi, baby. Hey, Elias. Yes, pop in, sweetheart. Camera. Well, we'll stay here. We'll stay here for a few more minutes because we're just still here in the cemetery, and I probably won't be getting out anywhere here because it's very okay. So Jose, you're new. Can I please rub myself? I wish. Do I have anybody who's a moderator? Naj, are you still here? Jose, that's inappropriate completely and totally. Not wanted.
Freak.
Ban user and delete their comment. That's what I just did. Yeah, if you are a moderator and you're in the house, anybody who makes rude comments to anybody under any circumstance goes. And I banned him.
Banned who?
A man who made an inappropriate comment, sweetheart. You know, there's certain things you don't say to women
To be rude.
that you don't know. You know, it's just
rude people.
ridiculous.
Freaks.
Yep. All right. So I have Elias in the car with me now, who is a precious boy I love so much. And I want him to be in my life forever. I so badly want to grow to be, honestly, one of the reasons I want to be old is because I need them to go by me because I can't remember where the grave is. That's what I'm saying. I want.
Which group?
Please, did I pass it? Okay, good. I thought I passed it. So, anyways, so I kicked him out of my stream and banned him. I don't want anything to do with people like that. I don't have the time for it, the interest in it, and it's just bull. All righty. So we have, anyways, Elias, back to a good man, good young man, Elias back here, sitting in my car. This kid is one of the reasons I want to get old. I mean, I want to, okay, not I want to get old, is that I want to grow to, I don't want to die, okay? Because I want to see what this kid does with his life. I love him, and I believe in this boy is going to do something big. I just do. I can feel it. I can feel it. I've been around a lot of kids in my life. And this boy has got it made. And he's a smart boy. He's a good, kind child. All right. I can get out and stand out here. All right. So let's check this one out. So we're down. This is the last place here we have to go. And so, but this is a pain to take out of the folder. I guess maybe it doesn't need to be this tight, but, and I'm trying not to grab the, there we go. I'm just going to stay up here and I'm going to I'm going to turn this around now.
Yeah, you should.
Let's see. Settings, camera. And I want to go front facing now. All right. I got it right. So let's see. I want to kind of get a clue about who's in here. So when I'm talking, I know who I'm talking to. So I know Alfonso's in here. Naja's here. Sorry, I was trying to get rid of. Oh, it's okay. Well, you should have the ability. If you just tap on the little on the right side of the person's name, I believe there's where the 3 dots are. So this is my grandfather and my aunt and uncle. And my grandfather, yes, great expectations for Elias. I can't explain it. I just know it. So there's a lot of times they come over and I'm in bed. And this child, if he doesn't see me in the living room, he comes right to my bedroom and he gives me a hug, tells me he loves me. And the other kids wind their way in there eventually, but he comes right there. Oh, you're doing some cartwheels. Let me see the boots. I'm getting boots one way or another. I want some boots like that. I would love some boots. Let's see. Go turn your foot to the side. The zipper. I'm riding with you. Me. All right. Let's see if I can get back in the car. Okay, we'll follow you. Yes, head count. Well, I got 1. If you count Richard, I got 2. No, we don't count Richard. He's not a kid. Sometimes he can be a kid. Can you put your foot up? Because there we go. So there is a little cemetery up the road, and my knee. I can't find it clearly. So we got 3 in the house. Oh, no problem. I'm not even sure how to spell. Hey, Elias, do you spell your name Elias?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So anyways, Elias is a good kid, smart kid. He is, but you know what has to happen? People like me need not put so much pressure on him. Because, I want to see him do what he wants to do, but I really want to be old enough to know that he succeeded and that because I just love him and I want him to have the best possible life. He deserves it. Damn, all these children do. 1 is his natural brother, and then the other 4 are half siblings. Excuse me, not half steps. You see what I mean? Boy, he is a very bright young man. They all get along great 90% of the time, 99. And they all go to the same school, by the way. Well, the two littlest ones are in Head Start, so they don't. But the 4 older kids all go to the same school. But you're not in the same classes.
Liam and me?
Yeah.
We're not. No. Not. Liam's just across from me.
Yeah.
His teacher's name is Miss Leininger and Point. Miss Leininger and Miss Point.
Uh-huh.
My teacher's name is Mrs. Bumstead.
Mrs. Bunkton?
Bumstead.
Bumstead. I've heard the name Bumstead before. Yes, I see. Go to the right. It is literally like they're next door neighbors. This particular cemetery we're going to right now, it isn't anybody related to us. It is my niece, who is
Best friend, one of her best friends.
the daughter of Priscilla, my sister Priscilla, and her husband Kelly. The day he got his motorcycle endorsement, he was killed on a motorcycle.
Wow.
Someone cut him off. And
crashed and
he-
hit his head.
He hit his head on the guardrail. Well,
It's a safety mechanism so people don't drive off the road.
Yep. When you're driving down the road trying to loosen your load,
We'll show you what they are.
yeah. If you ride with us, we'll show you what they are. So up on that hill are a bunch of houses. Bunch of houses. There's houses all over these hills. Them's our hills. Yeah. So notch, beautiful views of them. Yes, beautiful views of the mountains. So do you have anything planned for the day? I think you're in Florida. I'm probably completely wrong. But for some reason, I'm picturing you having talked about Florida. But I got someone from Norway sent me a message. It was really nice. Actually, on one of my shorts was because I believe it's somebody who has a similar problem, with a pain problem. And so I got a message from them, and it was really nice. It's like people all over the world. Here's what I'd love to do. I would love to get my what's it called? The license for a ham radio license. I really would. My dad had one back in the day, but I don't remember him using it because he was already that all happened in the Benita Elmira years. And I have no memory of it. So this kid was probably in his, middle 20s, early 20s when he died. Sad, very sad. Richard used to have a motorcycle.
3 close calls and I called it quit.
Yep. I saw him put it down in the middle of an intersection. And it was a bad experience for me. Trust me. I'm not meant to be the wife of a motorcycle rider. I'm going to pull up a lift. Okay. I'm pull. Did something fall on you? Okay. You want some flowers?
Yeah.
Okay. It's unlocked.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. I'll show you this place. I'm not going to get out, but I don't really need to. The sun might be a problem. I like the little, yeah.
They got candy up in there?
Hello.
Why don't you go up and see? That's what this day is all about. Donut holes, right, William? Well, it used to be about donut holes for me and Priscilla. Richard had a red truck like that over there. Get up there quick, Elias. Run fast and stay right with him. So apparently that's where little Timmy is buried. It was, I remember, it was very hard on my niece. Make sure you take a picture for her. I really would like a ham radio license. We'll go back to this again. Whoops. I would really like a ham radio license. I think that it would be so fun. We'll just talk here for a minute. I think it would be so fun all over the world, you know, and it's like, let's put, I really tried to talk Richard into doing it. Motorcycles are not good for the big city. No.
Dying of heat stroke.
Well, don't die of heat stroke.
Yeah.
I have a niece that just is very sick with Hashimoto's, and so it's trying to deal with that. She's trying to deal with that and get well from it.
No,
She hiked to the top of Machu Picchu
before all of this stuff.
Before she got sick.
The head injury really started it. Her surgeries for that could have triggered the Hashimoto's. It's your immune system is attacking your thyroid.
Oh yeah,
that's what Hashimoto's is.
Well, it attacked hers pretty hardcore.
Man, she can't ever get well.
No.
Even when she's well, she's not 100%.
No, right. She cannot get well from anything. And this has been years. And she's such a smart, accomplished young lady.
Need to come out from
you can't be on that side. Cars drive through here.
Come on, over on this side, guys.
Over on the other side.
On this side of the cars. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, they're riding with us. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to get in the car.
No, there was
Nothing.
nothing.
Hasn't been worth it to
What
you.
a bunch of cheap ass places. We should have brought our own donut holes.
That's right. Next year we're getting
donut holes.
You should have stopped at the dollar store and just picked up a bunch of candy
I
crap.
like donut holes.
I know, I'm craving a donut hole.
Me
now.
too. I like the powder.
So when we shop at
sugar ones.
Winco, you get some donut holes.
Okay.
Is that before Marcola? And then the old fashioned
Yes.
with that crunchy stuff.
Yeah, oh, those are the crumble.
Yes.
Are we going to Marcola now?
Yes.
Yep.
We'll stop at Winco
Okay.
out
In
there
Springfield,
in Spring.
off of Mohawk.
No, I'm going to go back to.
Yes. And did you bring a cooler? Does anybody have a cooler to keep this jalapeno corn poppers?
No, you said you were going to let me use that one.
I didn't bring. I'll just give you the one we brought. I'll let you use it.
Okay, and I'll bring it back to you this week.
I think it'd be all right.
Well, it's got mayonnaise and it's got cream cheese in it.
Mayonnaise. My sister has leftover jalapeno popper,
Corn popper
salad.
I was gonna bring some elk to barbecue.
We're not going to get to stay because as soon as we're done at Marcola, we got to get back to Ryan so that they can replace that coil pack. And that, yeah, I mean, that's Ryan's been trying to get, him and Andrea have been trying to get their garden done all weekend and then make time to do that for us.
All right.
All right.
Marcola bound. Like, come
But Winco first.
Okay, yes. Come on my live stream for a few minutes.
I can't. I get car sick.
Oh, you get car sick. That's right.
Okay. We're going to go to Winco.
So the next stop will be at Winco, where Richard will run in. Oh, hi, handsome. You can go in with him. If you want to run in with Richard, you're welcome to when we go to Winco. Yeah. He's going to run in and he's going to get some foot-long sandwiches that because we're going to be having a little picnic afterwards at a park that my dad grew up. And I would probably lose you guys up there. But, if I lose you, I'm going to do the video. Please watch for the video coming out at the top of McGowan Creek, looking up all over the left. It's a really awesome view. So just turn it. Is it got a lid on it?
Yeah.
Take it behind the seat.
Isn't there
Right here.
I was going to say, isn't there a cup holder?
Oh,
yeah.
that works.
Have a good day.
Wait, I need a bubble.
Oh, darn it. I need to pull over for a second because I have to fix something. I'm going to turn this around. This will just take us, whoopsie, this right here. Settings, camera, go all the way down. And we're going to go back there. Was that? There we go. Okay. I always forget I have a backup camera. I've never in my life used a backup camera, so this is there. So this is a beautiful little, so this has been in receivership off and on. I mishandled money over the years. And so the right people have now bought it. You know who I think owns it? Musgroves.
What?
There is a,
Mortuary.
it's a mortuary. It is a family that has their hands in, they own a lot of things related to death. They own a mortuary. Is where you go, you take somebody after they've passed and you get them ready to go. If sometimes people want what's called a viewing, where you can see the person. Because I had a boyfriend die one time right before I met Uncle Richard, and he died. And he was in another state when he died, Arizona, and he was cremated, and I never got to see him. And so I was young, and I struggled believing he was dead, because he was a very, very powerful kind of person, his personality and whatnot. He was a big guy, like 6'4", 220 pounds. He was a big man, and I just couldn't see him being dead. You know what I'm saying? That I just couldn't imagine he could die, because I thought if he could die, well, anybody can die. And I have no, chance at life. So had I been able to see him, I might have had a better time believing he was dead. And it was years that it took me to believe he was actually not here anymore. And so sometimes, but then there's people like Priscilla, my little sister, Priscilla, doesn't want an open casket. Okay, that's fine. But I said, you better have it, my ability to see you, if you go before me, for me to be able to see you, to confirm in my own mind, because you know what I've went through over Dallas, that you are actually gone. And we had an argument about it, but she finally conceded, because she knows it mentally messed with my mind. I am very attached to people I love. I love people a lot when I love them. Yes, we're going to Marcola. We're going to stop at Winco. Get some few foot-long sandwiches and some maybe a bag of chips and a thing of donut holes. Priscilla and Kelly can't come because Ryan is replacing something that they're right now doing their garden. That's why he did not come this year. They're replacing their garden, and he is now. And then after they're done, Kelly and Priscilla are going to their house, and then he's going to do mechanic work on it to fix something for Kelly. Put something in that needs going in that Kelly just can't do. you know, just doesn't have the ability anymore. Now, I could make a left here if I wanted and go out to Interstate 5. It's about, how many miles would you say, Richard, from here? I-5? 4 miles. So we're about 4 miles into Eugene. So, but we don't want to go to I-5. So all I see is Naj. I don't know who else might be in here, but I'm glad you stayed. I'm glad you're here. I am a talker, if you didn't notice. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I am. I make a lot of videos. Honey, if you don't even know what that means, you've seen me sick a lot. And so, not sick, but my disability has kept me in bed a lot. And so there's many videos I want to make. And I have them in my head and I have them on paper, but it's hard to do that when you are in that condition. It's a challenge. So, I make what I can. So okay. I made a short last night. I uploaded a short yesterday, earlier afternoon, and it got like 12 or 1,300 views. And my video last night, which I thought was better, it got like 300 views or something like that, 200 views, which is fine. I mean, I don't care if it gets 5. It's just how the algorithm works. Why didn't they push it yesterday afternoon? So you know what that means? I have to go look and see maybe the kind of people that I connect with were not on at that time. I don't know, because that's kind of the stuff that it's looking for, that algorithm stuff. Well, this person has a lot of causes or a lot of thoughts. That's what it is. It's a thoughtful bumper. Now this here, Willamette Street. Wow. We used to drag the gut. Was it this part of the, yes it was, because I remember those apartments. So every Friday and Saturday night, about 6 blocks from right back there to right up here, we would drive our cars up and down all evening long till like midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. One time I had driven it for so long. Oh, and then there was a bus where they park the buses, the school buses, Eugene school buses is around the corner. And I went pee behind one, because it's just buses and it's dark back there. And so I was with my friend Kim and went and used behind the buses to go pee. I couldn't help it. I had to. I could not help it. But anyways, I went home and I went to sleep, and you know what happened? I kept waking up thinking I was driving, falling asleep. Let's see. Labor movement. Be here now. I'd rather be starring blankety input in clear blue sky, something like that. I couldn't read it quick enough. And right there used to be a big giant where they rent movies. One of the big video places used to be right there. Now we're in Eugene, downtown Eugene. Anyway, so we would drag the gut all night long. My sisters, all of my sisters experienced the same thing. But by the time my son got of age, that you can't do that any longer. You know, I'm sure that it upset the people who lived there, but mainly those are apartments where students live. And I mean, but who am I? I don't know. I mean, I was a kid, 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, dragging the gut. Now we're kind of in downtown Eugene. There is a lot of student housing down here now, a lot of it. Very newer housing, big giant fire department right there, which they need to have nearby because they have all these buildings. There was there was smoke, there was a fire in one of these apartment buildings recently. Smoke coming out of the top. Pawn shop. Claim 52 kitchen. Vegan food. First Christian Church helps a lot of people, a lot of homeless people. It is a church that you can go to for help. Now, you've never been to church? Well, I think because here, so as if you were mentioned it to your mom, we with the, have you ever talked to your mom about it? Do you think you ever want to go to church? Because William goes sometimes. One of the people that he works with goes to church, and occasionally Billy goes.
What do you do at churches?
Oh my God. What do you do at churches, honey?
Pray.
You pray at church? I mean, so Christian churches, let's first of all define that. Christian churches believe it's all you can only go. Okay, go left. I was just looking here. A Christian church believes that in the Christian God, the Jesus Christ. Have you ever heard of Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ was his son, and that it gets a little complicated there, but that
He died for our sins.
he died for our sins. Franklin Boulevard. Right there. Anyway, oh no, you're right. I will tell you straight up, you're right. That he died for our sins because I've sinned, Richard sinned, we all
Everybody
sinned.
sins.
We all sinned. And this is where we got the flowers, by the way, right?
Some in worse ways than others.
As far as God is concerned, no sin is worse than the other. But that's God, not man. We do put some
Killing is a sin.
Yeah.
That's the worst sin.
so it's a very, very bad thing to do. So anyways, it's a place where people who believe in Christ is, and so then there's a time in a person's life when they understand what Jesus is, who he was, what he stood for, that he came here, that he was crucified on the cross, and he died for all of our sins. And so there's, you know what the Bible is?
No.
Stop.
I'm going to wait for that black car, truck, whatever that is. Okay, well,
And then
they didn't have on any blinkers. All right, I'm going now. I'm going.
now, which way do you want to go?
I'm getting on 105
Gotta get over the bridge.
right here. And so that he died for my sins, your sins, everybody's sins. And the Bible tells the story of the world, kind of life. It's a lot of people call it like the book of life, and that it is a way to maybe all the so oh, it's them back there about talking to each other. And so anyways, in the Bible, and I've got lots of Bibles, and there's a children's Bible we got for Brent when he was little. In the Bible, it talks about how people came to be. You know, like, have you ever heard of Noah and the Great Flood? Okay. Well, anyways, it talks about from the beginning of life on Earth. And now there's people who don't believe that necessarily. I know that your mother is Native American. You're Native, correct? Well, you're Native. You're Native American, honey. And your mom is, and your dad, I understand, is. And you guys, your mother has more of a philosophy that is more Native American. That doesn't mean it can't believe in the same God I believe in, but it is different. And I don't know what your mother, since you don't even have never heard of Jesus, or
wants you to know.
that you've never heard of the Bible or Jesus or all those things, you know, it she probably has a different philosophy. And by the way, parents are in charge of that. But if your mother did not mind you going, I'll bet you Billy would take you and just introduce you so you could see. But at a certain point in time, people make a decision or not to accept Christ as their savior and say, okay, I understand that I sinned. I've fallen short of perfection, which is God, and I probably need some help in this life. And I would like to accept that invitation from Jesus to be my savior and to be there for me. And um, and then that's one part of it. And then another part of it is usually that you get baptized, which in my case, I was baptized as a child, actually a baby. My parents didn't even go to church and they baptized me. I mean, that's so weird. It's weird to me. But yeah, they had me baptized. However, the Bible says that you should know what it means. Okay, so that's kind of not a right way to do it, but it's all right. They did it, and I'm glad they did it. But when I was an adult, I was baptized because I made a decision on my own to accept Christ as my Savior, and I wanted the world to know that I believe Christ to be the Savior of mankind, and that I accept that. In my imperfections, I mess up all the time, and so then I started studying the Bible a lot and learning, kind of like going to school. And so when you go to church, it's kind of like a funner, different kind of school. Because if you already don't, if a person doesn't already know about salvation and about living a Christian way, church is the way where that you learn about that. You know what I'm saying? Church is the way. There would be no other way. So you can read the Bible in and of itself and learn about it. But most of us don't just understand the Bible.
Go to church and a minister, preacher, will talk to you about different parts of it.
Yes, and explain what this or that might mean. So I happen to have two great ministers that I went to church with, that were my pastors. And that just means those men had went to school, studied intensively the Bible, and and know how to share that information with other people in a productive way. So that's, and so there's kids school. There's classes for kids, age appropriate. Like there's you're 9, 8. I thought you were like 18. You're 8. So there would be a class for an 8-year-old. And they usually do art projects where it involves learning about God, about Jesus, about the Bible, something about a story from the Bible, or a concept like not lying, learning, how to not lie, what the Bible says about not lying. So, in a nutshell, that was a long nutshell, big one, but talking to an 8-year-old about it, trying to be sensitive to the fact that nobody's introduced you to it, and I don't want to overstep boundaries, but it's, I can't deny, and I don't want to deny I'm a Christian, and I believe God to be the Savior of the world, Jesus to be the Savior of the world. Mankind, humankind, animal kind. He saved a lot of animals at one time too, by the way. So Billy occasionally goes to church, and maybe you could spend a Saturday night with Billy and Peggy and go to church with him and see for yourself and see what you think of it. With your mother's permission, of course. And your mother, eventually, hopefully, she'll introduce you to her native spirituality. This is, as a kid, this is the kind of the age you want people to start really learning and understanding it, so you can make a conscious decision on your own. Nobody forces you into it. So, anyway. So now we're headed east, due east, literally due east. We're going to take the next exit, and we're going to go to a Winco where Richard is going to run in and pick up about 4 sandwiches. 4 of the foot-long sandwiches and a bag of chips.
Oh, you could have stayed there.
Well, you scared me. I thought I was doing something wrong.
I didn't notice the other lane. Funny.
Okay. Yep, that's what I need in right here. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Bless you.
Bless you. See, that's God talking.
I'll tell you what, 2 times with Josh where things happened, I said, you cannot deny that was you. Somebody's looking out for you, Josh. I mean, literally, you just had a God. Well, I know to be a God shot 4 times, 3 or 4 times. Twice when I was with him in the same day. And I think he had me there with Josh to point it out to him. It's me talking, Josh. All righty. I'm going to just go straight up here. You're good. And donut holes. That's it. Chips, footlongs, donut holes. Double check your phone.
Are they here? Or do they go on?
I don't know if they're here or not. But
There they are. Right there.
okay.
We beat them.
All righty. Sheet, you want to get out? And I'm going to take that spot.
Okay, get out.
Oh, God. Be careful, Elias. You can hold on. Don't get out. Don't get out. Elias, you come over and get him. Elias. Elias is going in with Richard. He knows he's going to get some footlong sandwiches, donut holes, and a bag of chips. I'm waiting for this. I got to back up. Okay, I've got one of 2 options going on here. But I don't want to block people leaving. So here we go. Actually, there's 3, but I need to pull out in the middle. All right. Unlock my door. So this is Springfield. We're in East Springfield. And then Marcola is due north of this. And here comes Priscilla and Kelly and a couple of little people. Hi, Emmy. She's so sweet. These kids are so good. I am so blessed to have them in my life. I have some Temu stuff coming. I'm curious how it works. I'm really surprised this is not a disabled space. There's 4 spaces here that should be for disabled people.
Which way did you go?
We actually went into downtown.
Because Kelly's like, why did she turn there? We went up to 29th and then down.
I know. I just was talking. I'm just talking. This is what happens on live
Is
streaming.
anybody buying any donut holes?
Yes, Richard's getting donut
I
holes.
want some donut holes. I
Rich-
don't have any money buying them.
Yeah, well, I told him.
Did you guys bring any fork or spoons, plasticware? That corn salad.
But
Can you call? I did not. And I didn't bring plates.
I don't.
Just take it with you, Priscilla. I forgot plates and I forgot spoons.
How are you guys gonna eat? What are you getting here?
We're just getting sandwiches. We're getting sandwiches, chips, and donut holes, of course. Let's turn you around.
Ice cream.
No, honey, we're not getting ice cream.
No.
Now, if we were in our RV, we could get ice cream. It would be fun just to have, to be able to use our RV to just do this kind of thing.
Yeah. 25 cents a pound.
25 cents a pound.
Yeah, it's a lot compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Before 98.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to throw that stuff in.
Oh, well, give it to
Oh yeah, you'll need it for water.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of water, I need some water. So let's see who else might be on here. So I know Naj is here.
I hope to God my physical presence wasn't on any of the live stream
I don't know.
at the graves and stuff.
I think from a distance there was. From a distance.
So when I was carrying that around and talking, people could hear me.
Yes.
I sound terrible. My
No, you
voice,
don't sound terrible.
from my fusion. It's just nothing's gone back to normal.
So my sister had a fusion in her throat
My
or
neck.
in her neck.
It went through my throat and moved my esophagus out of the way.
I won't put this right on you, Priscilla, but let me grab it and you could explain this. Should have. Okay, so it's on me actually, Priscilla. So go ahead.
I know, but so I had a cervical spinal fusion at C4-5, and when they went in through the front of my neck, and when they did that, they moved my esophagus out of the way to get to my spine, and so my voice is really husky. I sound like a guy now. It'll go with that facial hair I'm getting.
You don't sound like a guy,
Yes, I
Priscilla.
do.
No, you don't.
You gotta hear me trying to yell at the games.
Oh yeah, her grandkids play a lot of sports, and so yes, it's so I'm sure it's hard. But you don't sound weird. I mean,
can't even project my voice to yell very well.
what does the doctor say about that?
Not. It just can be an effect from the surgery. Scar tissue. So I do massage it. It's sore. It's still sore.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around with it.
Did you see what?
Yeah, they went in. I mean, he's going to go make sure Richard is getting
Everybody wants
donut holes. Thank you, Victoria. God bless you too.
Yeah. Too. What kind are they getting? Both those old fashioned with the coconut. They're the brown with the coconut stuff.
I hope
And powdered sugar.
I could do without the powdered sugar because
I could do both.
it makes a mess.
Well, yeah. Not if you put the whole thing in your mouth at
Nope.
once.
Be careful, Emmy. Oh, she got on shorts.
Very good kids.
They're very good kids. They're very good kids. You are a good girl, Emmy. And you are a caretaker girl, aren't you? Yes.
So this one is Angelica's
Yes.
and
hi.
And
DJ. Where are they today?
well,
so high.
you're what?
What?
I high.
You're high? What do you mean?
High on life? High on happiness?
You mean you're tall? He misused words. He means tall.
Lynn, TJ, you mean you're tall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I was gonna have a heart attack.
I think
Not so much is not.
what's your
Well, you bet on my bet. Then what does wrong?
Did you hear what he was saying? Yeah. Well,
clarification needed?
he's been with us and we didn't get him high.
Oh, God.
On happiness.
High on happiness.
Happiness.
So we've got quiet listener to feed the kittens. But okay, you go feed the kittens. Takes time for surgery swelling to go down. It does. It's been months though for her. How many months, Priscilla?
6.
6 months.
I can finally take ibuprofen now.
Oh yay!
Yeah, yeah.
Ibuprofen.
6 months. Yeah, you can't take it for 6 months after a fusion. I haven't taken it. I'm going to try and go as long as I can.
2,379 steps.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, so that means I've taken about that many.
Uh-huh. I'll tell you, having a Fitbit forces, you know, it would be really weird. No, don't do that. That is an injury waiting to happen. That's all we need.
If that wheel slid from under you, you'd fall back and fall and hit your head. No head injuries today.
No head injury.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, wait, hat.
You have a head, but no head injury. You don't want your head. Oh, how did you get a head injury?
Naj said you don't sound bad, Scylla. I mean, it does. It sounds worse
Who
to you,
said that?
Naj. It sounds worse to you because you are.
They don't know what I sounded
Yes,
like before.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different sound, but it, you know, you don't sound like a man.
Now who is her mother?
Her mom is Alex.
Oh, okay.
Alex, that's Angelica's mom. Angelica is his and CJ's.
So she only has the 2. All the other ones are ours.
Yes. And the 2 littlest are Alex and Tristan.
I'm sure
Yep. Yeah. And what grade are you in, Emmy? No, that's right. We already talked about this. Uh-oh, I'm losing my mind.
So I think you guys should get down off of there now, okay? Because when people push baskets in, it could slide them forward and hit you. So
You're right, Naj. The throat is very sensitive. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, and it definitely there definitely could be problems for a while.
yeah, they said that if it doesn't go away, it may not. It could, but also they could send me to occupational therapy or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Richard last night again. So every night he chokes on something.
I don't.
It bad last night.
Well, I had to quit eating bran flakes because I love just plain bran flakes. But I'm not able. They ball up now, and I think part of it is my dentures.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's move forward. I want to be able to pull straight out. No kids around me, right?
I don't know. Not in front of me.
Okay. I hope there's not a car. No, there's no car waiting. I'm going to pull forward. Yep, no car waiting. Oh, did you want this? No, I'll back up.
Watch out.
You're welcome.
Kids in the car.
Well, I would not. I have a space. It's perfectly good.
Take the license away from the children.
Okay, am I good on the front end?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would never, ever do that. Intentionally take somebody's space.
Yeah, but you didn't see them coming.
No, I didn't see him coming. So yeah, Richard. Yes, sir.
You know I have a foot in my head.
You're talking so much better. I can understand almost every single word. A hurt in your head, on your head?
A foot. So, him and CJ once, before we even had Dukes, Loki. You guys had, we had Loki at the time. And,
He's got a helper person that's Oscar.
Oh, here he comes.
they had, there's the string, and William and CJ decided that, oh, how about we just climb and it was 10 feet from the ground.
Oh, you fell 10 feet?
Yes. No, wait. I don't even know how high it was.
It was high, though, for you, what you thought. So where's the hurt on your head?
And he got hooked by a hook.
Is that what he was saying? A hook on his head?
Yes.
Oh,
Unlock the.
okay. Oh, I got it unlocked. All right. It's unlocked. All right. It's unlocked, Richard. Oh no, I was just being lazy, you know. I just to pull right out.
All the time.
Uh,
So that's why I was getting mad. I was like,
oh.
okay, well, I guess I'll find somewhere else.
Oh no, I would. Yep, no problem. You have a good day. All
What'd
right.
you do?
I pulled so that there was a.
Hey, did you get donut holes? Picnic, all the donut holes. We need a donut.
They're not going to the picnic. You should get a couple donut holes. Yes.
So we get up to the. I thought we were taking the going to get some too.
Everybody's after donut holes. This is a donut hole day.
I'm glad you don't have fun because I went crazy.
And he's got some original with sea salt potato chips. Yes, I was in a hurry. Normally I plan the night before and I get everything ready that has to go into a bag. I get it in the bag, like a knife, cutting board, plates, and flatware. And I was in a bad situation, bad way yesterday, so I didn't. Okay, let me see your phone. And I'll call William and Peggy.
You said they were right there. I guess they're on the way.
Oh, they've already left?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, William and Peggy.
T-belt.
William Latham.
Mm-hmm.
You want a couple chips?
Okay. I'm gonna get my slippers on.
Okay, you're welcome, honey.
Are these spicy?
No, these just got a little sea salt on them. I know, I like spice too.
I got some peppers. Put it back.
Okay, well, are you guys in the store or not? Oh,
Mm.
all right. We're ready. Are we ready to leave? Uh-huh. Which is how much, William?
What's he doing?
Okay, honey, I'll talk to you when we get up there. Somebody needs to talk to her attorney. All right. I love you. Bye. But I got Elias.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elias. Bye. Put this in. Okay. All right.
Got
So,
Jenny?
Yeah.
There's a license plate showing right there.
mm-hmm. Yep. There we go. You're welcome, babe. So it's all right. We'll get it. It's not a problem. So I have a niece, William's sister, that is in prison in Tennessee. She was in prison here in Oregon, and she was getting out of Oregon, and she had to go to Tennessee to deal with it's related to drugs and writing checks with money you don't have. And so she has to do, all right. Richard, can you tell me what is 60% of 4 years?
3 years.
Plus, she has some credit coming, but they're not giving her what seems like should be correct. So her attorney needs to, from her Tennessee attorney needs to be contacted. You know, he told her things. He told her things that are not accurate when she accepted the deal that she accepted. So, you know, I got a big tent family, people, and she does not mind me talking about this to some degree. She actually would like a YouTube channel to try to help other people not end up in the situation she got herself into. Can't tell we're eating chips. I have not eaten today at all, and I'm hungry.
Like it.
Hmm?
Seems like it.
I'm hungry. Oh, this is always a long day. Now, normally, there would have been 2 other cemeteries we went to. But as Priscilla explained, because of her and I, because she has neurological issues too, pain, and because of her arm, we're doing things a little different. There's one of those pretend trucks. I don't like them. Oh God. So that's a consequence of Richard's cervical surgery. He cannot swallow. I mean, we can't find really food he can swallow. So I wish I could see who's on here. So in about 10 minutes, if we drop, maybe, maybe service is better than it used to be. We're gonna be going north in a minute. I'm gonna be taking the 42nd Street exit. And we're gonna go on the east side of the Coburg Hills, a section of the Coburg Hills. Right now we're on the west side. Last night I thought he was choking to death. And I ran and I got Brent because I was headed into the bathroom and I could not go. I had to. And so I said, Brent, it sounds like your dad's choking to death. And he went in there and but my real concern is he lived. He's gonna get, it feels like it goes into a lung and he has to cough it up. Well, if you know what that can cause, it's called pneumonia. If you don't know what that can cause, it's called pneumonia.
It does go in my lung.
Well, if it stays there. So this is going into another rural part of Lane County. And again, the town is called Marcola. Yep, we're going to a little town where my dad was born. Literally born in the kitchen, on the kitchen table. And I had that table until recently. And then I gave it to my sister Nancy, who is the oldest now in our family. She won it in a drawing because when my father died, there were things of his, and I live in his house that he built. So everything that was my parents, in essence, is in our house. Well, and he's given me. But I don't feel it's fair that certain things are just mine, just because of the luck of the draw that I took care of my dad for a while. Here we did, and Richard took care of the property. You want some more of these chips?
Too bad.
You're such a butthead. That I would get all of the things that mean something.
Eat them full.
So they went into a drawing, and Nancy won the table, and Priscilla won the hutch that he built. But I have an entertainment center that he and Richard built. for my 30th birthday, I believe it was. So, here, let me say this. If I lose you, I'm so sorry. I won't come back this time. But look for a video because I'm going to do a video from the top of the hill, top of the mountains. We're going to drive up there after our picnic so that we can show the kids and make a video. I've wanted to do this for years, but it's been it rains a lot on this day here in my neck of the woods. There is a lot of cattle out here, a lot of horses.
A lot of money.
Uh-huh. I do hope you're gonna do something fun today, or that you did something fun today.
Right.
That's the east side of the Cobra Hill. Now, Elias, yeah, those hills that are behind Grandma and Grandpa's house there. Well, this isn't exactly behind your house, but this is part of them on the other side. We're on the opposite side now.
So it's there.
It's on the other side of the hill. They're up ahead.
Okay.
Oh, they got out a little bit before us. They're way ahead of us. You wouldn't see them. Yeah.
What?
Give us some more. A lot of bear and cougar. There's cougar and bear on the property
Yeah.
out here where my nephew lives. No, haven't seen him. And he killed a rattlesnake last year because he had to kill it because it was right under his trailer and his grandkids were out there.